Everyone, welcome on in. Dirk, appreciate the subscription. Everybody, I appreciate you all showing up. And hopefully there'll be more of us, but for now, haven't been here in a minute. Lixie, it is true. So this is going to be a music off, but discussion on bit of time. It will be a segment. It will be an entire discussion with, I have a couple of guests here and a co-host. Classy, appreciate you being on here. And we have our lovely guests, Dunebug and Final Boss AJ, where we're going to be talking about worlds. I'm going to go over something very quickly. This is not going to be a thing where I will be as attentive to everything about chat. Oh boy. It's just like that. We got an Axon raid, but no one can hear about it, and that's okay. Axon, I appreciate the raid. Everybody welcome on in once again. This may not be your normal stream, but I think this is an important stream. I think this is going to be a very valuable stream. And hopefully this is going to be a very fun stream, informative stream, and something that we can look forward to doing over and over. You're seeing 4 Alexes? Almost. Almost. But yeah, no Wheel Cup today, by the way. Just, we're all going to discuss what is going to happen at Worlds. Everybody in here, by the way, if you do want to be a part of the stream, you want to get your reactions out there, there is a way to do that. And that is with commands that should be pinned to the top. So if you see at the top of your screen, there are commands that you can do that should allow you, there we go, to react on screen. Wiggy Wigs with the subscription as well. I appreciate it. But I will say, once we get into the conversation, anybody that follows, anybody that gives a subscription, did I say raid? I meant subscription if I said raid. I'm going insane. Anyways, anybody that gives a follow or a subscription or anything like that, I'm not ignoring you. I appreciate you. Just know that that is not the time for me to react to it. So there may or may not be a way for everyone in here to be a part of this conversation later on in a way that will be creative, unique, fun, and interactive. But until then, hopefully y'all enjoy the way that you guys can react and be a part of the conversation now, which is with each other and on the screen, as you guys can see. So with that said, everyone, welcome to discussion time, where we are going to be talking about Worlds 2026 that is happening, well, in less than a week. So Dune, AJ, both competitors, welcome on in. Classy, what do you think about Dune and AJ in Worlds?
Man, I'm excited to see it. You know, first of all, congratulations, Dune and AJ, for qualifying. I know Dune, 6-time regional champion, hasn't really, in his opinion, done his best at Worlds yet. But we're going for another shot. And then AJ's first time ever. I just want to pick your guys' brains a little bit. And what's the mindset going into this in less than a week, actually?
So Dune, you want to kick us off first?
Kick us off?
Yeah. I'll kick you off. I'll kick it off for you. Yeah, this Worlds number 5 for me. It's been a tough road. Every other Worlds I've competed at, but I have a lot of confidence in myself going into this one. I feel like this is the one I prepped for the most because I feel like I have a lot to prove, and I want to make sure I can make a statement at Worlds this year.
Fair enough. AJ?
Just keep saying how many more worlds you have than I do. It doesn't get old, man.
It starts somewhere.
Get old. Yeah, no, I think it's no secret. This is a lot of people thinking this is finally the potential that I had being fulfilled just as a battler. Like how many I always called myself, like, going into the season, the best battler to never make a day 2 because I was pretty confident in that statistic. So not only to finally break that this season and get like a top 16 finish in North America and qualify for Worlds is kind of surreal given the year plus I've had. like just with everything going on around me. Like it's been my life raft, so to speak. It's the thing I can say I am doing something good, and here's the proof, and here's me actually getting to where I wanted to go. I was a spectator last year at Worlds. It was my first time ever going to Worlds. I did one tournament. I sucked, but like it didn't dampen the desire to actually try and get there for myself. And now that I'm actually there and like, getting ready to go to San Francisco, all I can think is I don't know what the heck I'm going to do there. And hopefully that works to my advantage.
Yep. I myself, I'm obviously not much of a competitor. I'm pretty new to the scene overall, especially on Twitch, even kind of newer to the game than a lot of people. But I have been to a few competitions, one being Vegas, when I didn't know anything, one being LA, where I knew a thing or two, and NEIC, where I feel like I finally, for the first time, felt somewhat comfortable with what I was doing. But with that said, I've gotten to watch both of you in person compete multiple times, even once when you didn't even know who I was. And what I have been able to see is both of you in a lot of your successes, as well as both of you when maybe you didn't quite make it to getting to that exact place you wanted to get to in that tournament. So Dune, I have watched you in person in LA where you didn't quite get as far as you would like to, but I've also watched you in Vegas where you literally won. AJ, I got to watch you where you might have been frustrated with the performance, but then at NEIC, it was an international and you got top 16. And
Huge.
There's probably not a time before that where you necessarily thought that's where you're going to get, but once it happens, it's real. And I kind of want to talk to both of you and ask kind of what it's like going into a tournament. What's the mindset? What's the expectations? And how does it feel knowing that you can have things go one way or another, and whether or not that's in your mind? So, Dune, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Alex. Going to each tournament, like sometimes I feel like there are some tournaments where maybe I put too many expectations on myself, and then there are others I just go into it with no expectations. Like whatever happens here is kind of just icing on the cake for a lot of things. But I just always try to put in my best effort in tournaments and just go into it with a clear mind. That is probably one of the most important things I think I can say about going into a tournament. You always want to make sure you have a clear mind, because if you're distracted with other things, that could definitely hamper your performance in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things like losing your passport immediately upon landing in Vegas. Yeah, that might have contributed to my very frustrating performance there. No, like I said, this has been a really rough year plus for me. Like right before Vegas, I found out I was getting laid off from my job. And then, like I said, landing in Vegas, losing my passport, so much stress. And I think it showed. I was pretty out of it in Vegas. But I'm never the kind of person to go into a tournament and be like, I'm gonna win the tournament. I never think that. I look at all these names on the bracket and I see the accolades and the prize money and everything, and I'm like, I'm just some old woman from Canada just trying to hang, So a lot of times entering them, I don't think I'm gonna do good. I think the only exception was NAIC, where I'm like, I have to do good. If I'm gonna make this world thing happen, I have to be on point. Right. And for the most part, I was. I went full on making a battle mixtape for NAIC. That's how focused I was on that.
I was there. I got to see that.
It's a good CD. I'll playlist it on stream sometime. But yeah, like a lot of times, I don't know, what I'm gonna do. I think Seattle is the only tournament where I this is the team I'm gonna bring, and I knew it a week out. Like Toronto, which doesn't get talked about. I was top 24 in Toronto, but
Yeah.
I went runner to not make day 2. That team, I replaced half of it the night before. Like, just completely revamped it. Like, there are so many times when I'll just be like trying to reconfigure the pieces like even the night of, and a lot of times that's just where it's got to be when you step onto the convention center floor and let the dice roll. And sometimes it works, like trading for a mill tank right before NAIC, and sometimes it doesn't, like Tentacruel not doing anything in those last 2 battles in Toronto.
Right. So, one of the things that I kind of got to experience was kind of the same when I was at NAIC, which is like, I don't have expectations when I go into things. I know Dune maybe does. I know Dune, maybe for you, it's a little bit more, if you don't do this well, it's a letdown. But for me, being someone that hasn't had the accolades that you do, it's a lot more about, hey, I don't have an expectation because I haven't done anything before, which is why at least making day 2 at NAIC felt like such a success and relief as it happened. But I also will say, once you get knocked out, you think about how much you could have done to maybe improve, how much I could have done to just do a little bit more. But one thing I know I was pretty happy about, and I know both of you are too, with NAIC, is making certain meta picks that you were very comfortable with, whether that was Samurott for me and Dune, whether for AJ that is Swanna, specifically the Shadow Swanna that we saw on stream many times. And that kind of goes into Worlds this year and what the meta is and what I guess we can expect of the meta. This has been a very weird Worlds because we've really had a lot of time since the last regional, since NAIC. I felt that myself, and I know as competitors you might have felt that as well. And since then, there's also been some changes. We have this whole new system thing that has gotten in the way a little bit of being able to probably have consistency in GBL on what it is you're doing, which is one thing. But the other thing is we've also had some meta introductions, in the most recent one being Feeble. And one of the things I just kind of want to do is maybe just all together, let's just have a bit of a conversation, a bit of a roundtable, and talk about what we might expect of the meta this time around. So that's for anyone. That is whoever wants to just say anything. Button. This is not, directed towards anyone specifically, but let's just talk about the meta this year.
Oh boy. That's my response to it. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. There are so many viable Pokemon now, like that can legitimately do something for you at a tournament, that it's really hard to like account for everything. Like you can build this team that looks so good, and then all of a sudden someone rocks up with a Shadow Annihilate and a Bastiodon and is like, oh well, I didn't account for that. I guess I'm going to losers bracket now.
Right.
Like, because there are just so many different options now. So many moves are good. So many Pokemon that have them have the stat spreads to make them good. And it's really becoming a point of like, can I diagnose where this meta is at this exact time to take advantage of it? Like I said, you brought up my NAIC performance. I was on Swanna pretty early as an NAIC pick, thanks to using it in GBL. And it turned out to be the right diagnosis because a lot of people were bringing in Duat and Samurott to be their closer in that meta, and Swanna just laughs at it.
Mudbomb Quag too.
Yeah.
I mean, I was rocking the Mudbomb Quag, so I can't say anything. But
yeah,
like I think that's a big part of like team building going into this, is like not only just picking Pokemon you're comfortable with and know the ins and outs of, but also being able to like judge what's going to be most valuable. Am I going to need this Shadow Annihilate, or are there going to be too many Corsola around? Like that sort of decision making you have to make. And I can't speak for Dune, and obviously Dune is a lot more successful at it than I am, but that's probably why at the start of this I said I don't know what I'm bringing, because I'm trying to get that read myself and trying to like time the moment. So I'm like, haha, Ninetales is back, suckers, and
Yep.
just try
I mean,
make that play.
Ninetales too.
And-
We really haven't had much of an introduction with Ninetales. It's been around for one regional, and that was Turin. So in the US, at least, we haven't had a Ninetales meta.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't had a Ninetales meta. And I will say, like, AJ was technically ahead of the curve when it came to Ninetales, because back in
True.
Seattle, AJ like piloted Ninetales to a top 8 performance, and no one else was expecting it. No one else expected it. It was
She
really
does not
good
get
in
the
that
credit
tournament.
she deserves for that Seattle
No.
run.
Yeah.
And
Like everyone looked at Walrein for that, and like Walrein was in every matchup, but Ninetales was keeping Corviknight and Empoleon and a lot of other Pokemon in check because just everyone was discounting Fire. No one's doing that at Worlds. Everyone's very aware Fire is a part of this, with Ninetales now
Grass.
being as good as it is. So, you know, I think that's a big part of it. It's like finding where that discount is that you can take advantage of. Like I was able to do in Seattle.
Ninetales is certainly the best fire and grass type in this meta.
And grass type, specifically.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
also is kind of a reason why we are probably going to see a downtick in a lot of water types, which is kind of insane. You know, I guess
Mantine is the best dragon.
it's a weird meta. And I guess as far as movesets go, that's, you know, maybe what might be tuned or overtuned is a conversation for another day. But, you know, one of the things that I at least got to see when you were in Seattle was a lot because of you knowing your matchups with things like Ninetales. I got to see early on why that thing was not bad into Licky. You would lead it into Licky, be ABA weak to it, but ABA really just soft because Ninetales doesn't even have that bad of a matchup there. And we're kind of seeing now just if you don't have Ninetales checks, and that's kind of the thing, like, are we kind of expecting Worlds to have just 5 Ninetales checks and then another Pokemon? Are we expecting people to go a little bit weaker to it? How does Thievul change this? I mean, what do we think the meta is? Because, you know, we get these inadequates tournaments, and we get to see some usage ratings and whatnot, but this meta really just seems so open and so hard to be neutral in a little bit, unless like outside of Licky, or is Licky even that neutral anymore? I don't know. Like, what is the meta?
Yeah, the
It's like
meta's definitely all over the place right now. It is wide open. It's a wide open meta. There are so many different possible picks that people are using. Like it might be the most unique meta I think we've ever had going into a World's Championships. I really think it is.
Yeah.
I do think the usage percentages are going to be lower. Like I think we're so used to seeing all these ICs with like usages where like 100% Oranguru or 80% Seaking. Like they're so high, I don't think we're going to be ready for the top Pokemon being at like maybe 40% usage. Like it has the potential to be that wide open. I don't think it will be. I think Licky's going to break 50 pretty easily because it is the most overtuned Pokemon in the meta, and I will not be hearing that Ninetales chatter. But other than that, like it's going to be like there are going to be some very different team comps around. Like you're going to see like 11 unique Pokemon on stage at a time, like late into the tournament.
Yeah.
And again, it's just going to be who's getting that read on the meta to get themselves in an advantageous spot, because all these players at Worlds are good. All of them have proven themselves. All of them have earned their ticket there. So it's not going to be a matter of like, you know, just waiting for someone to make a misplay. You have to make the plays yourself and take advantage of the Pokemon that you have brought to get yourself just that little bit further.
Right.
Yeah, this is a type of meta where like I think you have to be aggressive in your playstyle sometimes, because there are picks like Ninetales where it's so spammy, you do not want to let that thing get any advantage, because if it has an advantage in any neutral matchup, it's going to win. And if that
Yeah.
happens, you're gonna lose.
Probably. I know it's kind of a thing with regionals and generals. Like in GBL, as we've seen this season, sometimes you can just kind of play for alignment. If people haven't seen that in GBL this season so far, there are a lot of teams that are just, I win alignment, I win the game. At regionals, in tournaments, it's kind of, that's a trap. I think Turin was a very good example of this. A lot of just energy lead, energy at start is kind of just what you're shooting for. It really doesn't matter that much about alignment if you can get 4 embers on Ninetales. If you can, in that meta, we saw a lot of Altaria, we saw a lot of Sea King, and energy just seemed to go everywhere. There seemed to be a lot of neutral game, and, as annoying as metas can be in OGL, I know Worlds will probably be a good example of this. When you're at a tournament, when you're doing Show 6, that feeling of that ability to just RPS someone seems to kind of go out the window, because it's a lot more about just advantages that you can get. So
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have that Seattle run where I was just nailing leads and just getting that, sending
No.
people to hard counter city.
You really
Right,
can't.
Dune?
You really no. Yeah, definitely. You really can't do that in this meta. This is not. I wouldn't say this meta is RPS. I think this is a very dynamic gameplay meta. Like there's with how safe a lot of picks are in this meta. I think it opens the door for a lot of dynamic gameplay and a lot of safe gameplay.
Yep. I mean,
and like.
Hmm?
No, I was gonna say, you think about some of the Pokemon that do feel very RPS, they're not really seen that much. Like, a Pokemon like Mantine, where you're like, oh, I just get electric on it, I win. What electric? There is no electric. Maybe Hisui and Electro might make a late run here, but Stunfisk?
Stunfisk is the big one.
Mantine doesn't care. Mantine can take a discharge from that. Like,
I guess Volt Switch 4, we can still maybe see some of those.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but that seems to be the only 3. And then
I just think it's tough to really make those kind of RPS lines work for you in this meta, because like Dune said, so many Pokemon have the potential to beat their counters. Like, you bring in an Ice type for an Altaria, it's got Flamethrower. You bring in a Mud Slapper for Ninetales, it's got Energy Ball. You bring in anything to Tinkaton still bunks it with a hammer, because that's what Tink do. Like,
you bring a Dragon type into a Mantine, it has Twister.
Yeah,
You bring another Water type into a Mantine, it has Twister for that neutral coverage.
Yeah.
So it's just so hard to like find Pokemon that will do that and break apart like essentially what we have is a big 4, I think, going into this meta, where you're going to see a lot of Licky, a lot of Ninetales, a lot of Mantine, a lot of Tink. So trying to find the holes in that quartet is going to be key to success.
Yeah, it's really hard to break all of them at once. There's really nothing that quite does it. You can kind of get 3 of the 4, and then maybe just build around whatever that is. And we've just seen, ever since Feeble's come out, we've just really seen so much shift. I think Feeble itself, like I tested it, even in some scrims for Show 6. It's good, but I kind of feel like it kind of has a little bit of like Fort syndrome, where if you counter swap it, you kind of have to use shields to give it quite the ability to finish off what you want it to finish off. So if like you're down energy behind, like to Sableye, to Furret with Brick Break, let's say, to Malamar, are you really a check to that? And the answer a lot of the times is not really. Unless it's a Jellicent or a Corsola, I think Feeble can kind of be a little bit underwhelming. But if you give it an energy at start, if you give it certain advantages, it can also be the most annoying prick known to man. So we've also just seen some, like, not only just because of Feeble, but I've noticed a bunch of other shifts in the meta. Not even, in my opinion, because of Feeble itself, but I've noticed Marowak starting to come into play. A lot of normal, because the normal Marowak seems to just have a fine matchup into things like Mantine. Like, it's actually just completely fine there. And its coverage just kind of goes everywhere. People are going to want as much of a coverage check as there is into Ninetales as possible. Although, really, what is a check into Ninetales these days? Not much. We got Mantine, we got, I guess, Kingdra, Altaria, but we'll see how many Altarias there are. I kind of want to... Oh, what was that?
No, I don't think we're going to see much Altaria.
No, but that kind of goes into the next thing, which is I kind of think it'd be really fun if we all gave a few picks of our own on who we think may rise in this meta, who might go down in this meta. This is an opportunity. I think let's all give 3 picks that we expect to rise, maybe post Thievel, in introducing themselves to the meta, and then 3 Pokemon that we expect to completely fall off the earth, or at least maybe something that could have been top 5 but is now maybe just down the wayside. And this doesn't need to be that they're good or bad. It's just what we expect in terms of usage. So I have my own thoughts, but AJ, why don't you kick us off for fun?
I'm gonna try and take as many of these from everyone else as I can.
We're allowed to use the same picks.
Dang.
Yeah. 3 up and 3 down.
3 up, 3 down. So I think maybe I think a little outside of the box, given some other, people's thoughts on team building and stuff. So I might not be the best person to base these off of. But one Pokemon I've already seen rise up, and I'm going to take the easy out here, is Florges. Florges was not nearly a presence before Thievel Community Day. You had Tank just locking down the fairy roll, but a lot of people are now starting to look at Double Fairy because of Thievel's presence as that stab sucker puncher that's annoying, and Florges is covering a lot of boxes. Now, the problem with Florges in Show 6 is you don't have the ability to surprise your opponent with whatever move you're going to throw, be it Trailblaze, Disarming Voice, Moonblast, what have you. Yeah. But it's still very solid. It's got that 10-turn pacing on 3 of its 4 moves, which is the benchmark now. It used to be like, 10-turn pacing would make you a god in Show 6. Now it's like, this is the threshold you have to meet just to get in the door. So I think Florges having that and having that ability to be a solid lead with the chilling water debuffs will make it more of a presence than initially thought at Worlds.
And yeah, I will also say my number 1 up was also Florges. Because
that's
for
why we're
a lot of those same reasons. Yes. For a lot of the same reasons. It's a fairy.
That's why we're co-hosts.
It's a fairy that obviously beats Thievel. It's a fairy that also has play into Tank, which is still going to be the number 1 fairy. It has play into Ninetales. Ninetales is not an answer to Florges, because Florges has that chilling water coverage, which hits hard. It does hit hard against Shadow Ninetales.
You don't want to take it, but you kind of have to.
Yeah. And then it has that potential for Trailblaze or Disarming Voice. And Trailblaze can cover against other waters if those do show up, and Disarming Voice can really make Florges do what it's supposed to do and beat the Dark and Dragon types.
Right.
Yeah.
It has so much flexibility.
I feel so much better now knowing that was Dune's number 1 pick as well. I feel like
it was
not
mine too.
Myself.
It was mine too.
Yeah, that's why you don't give me the first option. I take everything.
Hey, we're allowed to have the same options.
Yeah.
Maybe I just end it there. Maybe I just end on.
No. You got 2 more. Hey, let's do the 3 up, and then we'll do a round circle again with our downs.
Sounds good. I like that plan.
Yeah,
I like that plan. All right. So I have my 3rd one, but I didn't really think out my 2nd slot because I never think anything out. That's why I make such silly plays on stream. But another Pokemon that I think we're going to see rising up, and maybe this is me just taking away from another slot, Hisuian Electrode, because a lot of people are looking for that Mantine answer, as I alluded to earlier. with Wild Charge just being so neutrally good into anything that's not ground, and no other electrics really being in this meta, like the only thing Hisuian Electrode can't hit for neutral damage is Eufisk, basically. And it has Energy Ball for Eufisk, so
Yeah.
it doesn't care. So and again, 10 turn pacing now that the Energy Ball buff has come into effect, so it's got both of those nukes it can throw whenever it wants. And it's just durable enough to hang around and be annoying, and especially to things like Tinkaton that can't really hammer it as effectively, and then Bulldoze is like neutral and Bulldoze is a bad move. Like,
Oh yeah.
Electro just does so many things against so many other Pokemon. Like, it's going to fill multiple roles for you, and in a Show 6 meta where so many things can be threats, having that kind of jack of all trades Pokemon that you can deploy in many different matchups and get something out of it is going to be so important. So I do think you're going to see I think Electro can make 20% at Worlds.
Oh wow. Don't you got one more? Or is that 3?
That's 2 for me.
2?
I didn't know. I was giving people a chance to,
this is your stage.
Fine. All right. I guarantee my number 3 won't be on there because I'm coming out of left field on this one.
Okay.
It's not an ice type. Don't worry about it. I think y'all have seen me on some of my team builds before. I do a pretty good job at reviving Pokemon that people have forgotten about and bringing them to the forefront on these OGL teams. Like, Seattle, I revived Credilli from the dead. I literally revived the fossil. I brought Walrein back. So, GBL has a tendency to follow these sort of cycles. And one of the cycles we've seen lately is that emerging as an answer to that core 4 I talked about is Empoleon. But I'm gonna go one step beyond that because Empoleon's now known. I'm not upping anyone by saying Empoleon. So sure. I think it's actually gonna go around and we might see some more Gator usage. I think Feraligatr might actually make a late charge here and assert itself as a Shadow Claw user that can just cook Empoleon. Also has those 10-turn Hydro Cannons, and you can customize it for what you need. If you're soft to licky, you can run the Shadow and knock it out in 2 Hydro Cannons. If you
I was going to see if you had a Shadow or non-Shadow pick, but you're saying both.
I think you could see both variations depending on what the team needs. If you need that little more bulk, you need a little more staying power, need to take an Energy Ball like we're seeing with Marowak, you could see the non-Shadow Gator come in there and be that presence. But I think people are forgetting about its existence, and especially if something like Corsola is going to make a comeback as we started to see in some of these tournaments. Corsola hates Gator. It despises that thing. So I don't think Gator is dead and buried yet. I think Gator could make a little bit of a comeback here leading into Worlds.
Fair enough.
So there we go. There's my 3. Florges, Electrode, Feraligatr.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that makes a
lot
of sense.
And it has Ice Beam, so that's basically me being up in an Ice type.
Yeah. Dune?
Yeah, okay. So my number 2 up is going to be Shadow Fortress, Bug Bite Fortress.
Bro.
Because, once again...
taking away all of my picks!
Why would you... Okay.
Because...
Yeah, I'm not that degen. I can't say Bug Bite Shadow Fort.
Because on old system, fast move pressure is supreme on old system. And Shadow Fortress knows nothing else better than bug bites and fast move pressure. It can shred through so many things neutrally in this meta. It slows down Tinkaton. It hard counters Thievul so hard. And also, if something like Malamar is around, like it melts Malamar so much. It has that Rock Tomb coverage, which can debuff attack, and Sand Tomb coverage, which can debuff defense. And both moves will do damage from a Shadow Fortress. So Shadow Fortress has definitely been, I think, even enhanced by the Thievul emergence in the meta.
Yep.
And then my number 3 up is going to be Empoleon. And I steal another one.
Way to be one step behind me, Dune.
But I do think Empoleon having that 10-turn Hydro Cannon pacing, that Drill Peck coverage for grass types, another pick that can keep pace with Thievul. Also has very good playing at Tinkaton. Walls Florges completely. Like it destroys Florges. It can, and it has the coverage for the other water types along with that hard-hitting Hydro Cannon. So yeah, my 3 ups are Florges, Shadow Bugbite Fortress, and Empoleon.
Fair. I guess the first couple for me are just going to sound like repetitive. I'm repeating you guys. I'm a puppet. No, but I have been on not the Florges train necessarily. It's not like I think you need it, but behind the scenes, I've been talking about Florges being something that's going to rise for Worlds since probably a month and a half ago. You can probably ask Dune. I've been very on that. I not only thought that, but the moment Thievul came into the meta, I expected it to just rise a little bit more. It's the one fairy that just kind of annoys the crap out of Ninetales. Really, really annoys it. Like, you can say Azu is something that might rise in the meta a little bit, but I just think Florges just annoys it. Whether or not it always beats it, it annoys it. It will debuff it. It can just chip it with a chilling water and dip into something else. And that is just so uncomfortable while still having pretty good fairy coverage and being a actual check into things more into something like a Malamar than we've seen in the past with Togekiss, than we've seen in the past with some other fairies that maybe don't handle the fairy role quite as well. It's just having disarming voice.
Yeah.
Yes. Tinkaton, I mean, is Tinkaton an answer to Malamar? Is it an answer to 8?
It's not.
No. And even though something like Annihilate can kind of BS through even something like a Florges, that's just because it's a shadow, it's a shadow Annihilate, and that's what they do. But Florges to me is that number 1 pick. I would say my number 2 pick was also going to be Shadow Fort, and it's for a few reasons. I think number 1, it's kind of weird to say, but Shadow Fortress has been probably the most prevalent Pokemon this entire season. It has been on almost every single number 1 team of every single regional. It has almost been on every single person's outside of that. It's like, you look at the top 5 finishes of almost every regional, and it's filled with Shadow Fortress. And then at Turin, Shadow Canine came into play, and we kind of just saw Fortress take a step back. But I'm not really sure it needed to. We saw Pato win Turin, and he brought Mightyena because he expected that everybody would be too afraid to bring something like Fortress. And he was kind of right. A lot of people didn't. So I think we look at that meta, there was even Altaria was not that bad for a Shadow Fortress, especially if it's Shadow. And we saw Sea King everywhere in that meta. We saw the Mightyena pick. Fortress outside of K9 just has so much coverage, so much fast move pressure, especially as Dune mentioned on the old system. Fast move pressure, considering that we don't have guaranteed DRE, is just so dumb. Budbite is dumb. Shadow Fortress is absolutely dumb. And I think introducing something like Thievul is just going to make it more dumb, because I can see Thievul making top 12 usage. And it's not like Fortress struggles into a lot of the rest of the meta outside of K9. We're looking at Licky, we're looking at Tank, we're looking at Stunfisk, Empoleon, so many matchups where you just have so much neutral play or energy at start, shields advantage, and that thing just goes off. Yeah. And I guess I have to give one more pick. Let's see.
You do.
I'm going to give a little bit of a left field one, just kind of, but I don't think it's that crazy. Shadow Annihilate. Speaking of old system, fast move pressure. I'm not going to say it's going to dominate the meta, but hey, it's something that's, I think, going to rise up a little bit. You look at Tinkaton being the main fairy. You look at Licky. You look at really a lot of the meta. It obviously has its checks. It has Corsola, it has Mantine, and it has Florges. I feel like you can build around those, and I also feel like Annihilate, given that Feeble entered the meta, I kind of expect, and this kind of shoots a little bit into the future, but something like Sableye to drop a little bit. And if Sableye drops a little bit, it kind of gives Annihilate a little bit of a chance to rise, as well as Stevel entering the meta. I just think so much fast move pressure, the ability to boost, the close combat or ice punch coverage. It's kind of been a Pokemon. I've talked to people behind the scenes for like at different points during the season. It went away. Like, when did it went away at some point when there was a moveset update? And then it just kind of never came back, even though it never lost anything. Like, we had some nerfs. Annihilate was not one of them. Annihilate has not been nerfed ever since it was a huge part of the meta, maybe in like Vegas. It's still around. It's still the same Pokemon. And I think there's more opportunity for it. So, I guess
For each fist. One of these days they'll listen to me.
well, it hasn't happened yet. So, I guess this is a good opportunity to go into some downs. What do you think, Lassie?
I think it's a great idea, but first I just want to give, my 3-up suggestion,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
it's
say,
funny
Lassie.
because
Yeah.
Go for it.
yeah, it's funny because like I had a whole list and you guys nailed all of them, and you said it so eloquently. So I have nothing to add to that. So I want to look in the future. Shout
Okay.
out to the form change lines. I think the meta is very healthy right now, and it's allowing for a lot more creativity. And I think the form changes are going to take it to the next level. Shout out to my
Yeah.
boy Cramorant, and that's my uptick. Even though it's not for this time, I'm
For
looking in the
next year's
future.
Worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not qualified this year, so
Yeah.
But next season we're gonna see an uptick in the Cramorants. You could put a pin in that.
Lassie qualifying for Worlds next season.
Yeah. It's spoken into existence.
I can't wait to color change Kecleon into a water type just to annoy you.
Well, now is going to be fun. We have 3 down. So what are the 3 picks that everybody thinks are on the way out? Or maybe going to be less used, but maybe they shouldn't be. This doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, just picks that you think maybe were part of this meta and are dropping. So let's go maybe same order.
All right. I already mentioned number 1. I gave that one away, but Altaria. Altaria was thought of as the premier canine counter earlier this season. And as we've just gone on, as Pokemon have risen up, like Mantine, Altaria has just felt more and more like a liability, even without seeing ice on the other side. And now Thievul is here and has become part ice type with Icy Wind added to its move pool, and Altaria hates that even more. It's slow, like, you get to moves in like 13 turns, and like I said, you kind of need to be 10 to get in the door, or you need to be like super bulky,
Yeah.
and Altaria has too many things it just doesn't want to take hits from. Like, it has the flamethrower from Tink, but you're gonna pay the price in Fairy Winds and Gigaton Hammers. Like, it does not feel like it can do what it needs to do. So I don't think you're gonna see Altaria as much at Worlds. So that's my number 1 down. Along a similar vein, I think number 2 is Guzzlord, because again, like, people have been looking at these dragons, and like Guzzlord's long been thought of as like a utility kind of Pokemon, like, 9-turn brutal swing, has that sludge bomb for the Azus. You can fight against anything. You can't fight against Tink, and Tink is one of the most popular picks, Guzzlord. You are just a sitting duck there, and if you give Tink that healthy of an energy lead, it is going to ruin your day. So it's just such a liability bringing a Guzzlord and getting it misaligned that I don't think a lot of trainers are going to think it's worth the risk, and they're going to leave Guzzlord at home. So 2 dragons, 1 and 2. Number 3. And I'm trying to think of like what was really popular at the beginning of the meta and has kind of died off. But honestly, like I said, you can make the argument for a lot of things like being brought in and being good, but I'm gonna take the easy out. I'm gonna say Furret. Furret's job got stolen by Thievul. It is unemployed like me now. I don't think we're gonna see Furret anywhere in the meta. If you want a sucker puncher, you go for the stab option. You go Thievul. So I think Furret, come join me on the Poke lines, Furret. It's fine. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Fair. Dune?
Yeah. My number 1 down, AJ, you got it as well. Altaria. It in this current meta, you add Thievul to it, has Icy Wind coverage. It can tank a move from Altaria. Altaria gets outpaced by so much in this meta now. Even before, like Licky, Galarian Corsola, Mantine had that Twister coverage that it just whittled down with. And then there were some like other dragons too, like Shadow Kingdra could put in work against Altaria as well. Like there's a Mudboy with Icy Wind coverage, Seismitoad. That could be a thing that shows up too. And obviously Tinkaton and Florges being the 2 main fairies. Now Florges running the fairy move, Disarming Voice.
Yes.
Really, it's just really a really hostile meta for Altaria now. It was trending that way before. Thievul just ended any chance it had of having success. Yeah, it really did. My number 2. What was my number 2 gonna be? What was my number 2?
I mean, you can say Seismitoad's my number 4 because that thing's a fraud.
Yeah.
Was that ever in the meta?
For a brief moment, it was.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
I'm like, why?
I saw people trying it.
Yeah, my number 2. Oh my god, I know what my number 3 was. But what was my number 2?
Your number 3 can be your number 2.
Seeking was a very. Oh no! Here's my number 2. Nope. Shadow Sableye. Shadow Sableye. That was one of the most common picks. Like before Thievul got introduced, and ever since Thievul came in.
Yeah.
Because it just dropped off because Thievul can take those drain punches. And Thievul bringing in more Tinkaton and Florges as well. That also really hurt Sableye a lot in this meta. It was a very good pick for a while, and that the Thievul introduction just kind of like really made it drop off. And then Seeking is my number 3 because I think there's a lot in this meta too that can really be too annoying for it and just outbulk it. There's a lot of bulk in this meta now, like a Galarian Corso, like a Licky, like a Mantine. And Seeking does not really have the hitting power with its non-stab Drill Run and Icy Wind to really hit hard enough against those bulky picks.
Right.
Doesn't have anything it wants to Mega Horn either.
So Altaria, Shadow Sableye, and Seeking. Those 3 picks were looking good for a while, and then they just dropped off after the introduction of Thievul.
Fair. I unfortunately might be a little bit repetitive here because, maybe it's because me and Dune have talked about the meta in the past, but yeah, I have nothing unique to say after that, for the most part, in terms of who the picks are. I have unique things to say in terms of why maybe those picks, but I mean, we've heard it. We've heard it a few times. Yeah. Number 1, Altaria. The moment that we have Thievul enter the meta, and Thievul just kind of destroys Altaria. It is not comfortable. It doesn't matter if you're Shadow, non-Shadow alt. It doesn't feel good. You don't want to be there. You have Licky, you have Tink, you have Florges on Disarming, whereas before, Trailblaze, like, honestly, it was not even a counter to Altaria. Even behind energy, you could bring an Altaria into a Florges. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that if Annihilate's part of the meta, it's not comfortable. What's comfortable for Altaria right now besides K9? And you know what? I've even seen K9 do some stupid things to an Altaria. So, I don't really know what you're using it for other than, I guess if you're a normal alt, you can win if you're ahead of Dragon Breath against Tink and the Zeros. There's certain matchup knowledge that I think is kind of cool about it, but it's just not that good. And I'm a big Altaria lover. We've you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Both Alexes
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Claudia.
Shout out Claudia.
Claudia, yeah.
Yep. But unfortunately, I just don't think it's good.
You're right, because like what was its other main target? Gastrodon. Who the heck is gonna use a
No
Gastrodon
one.
in this meta where there's Energy Ball from every corner?
It's not even a
one.
check
So
to
what the-
Marowak. That's the thing. It's
No,
not a check.
Because Rock Slide hurts.
Yes. Like Rock Slide 2 shots, basically. And it's not like the Mud Slap was where the damage was coming from, so that nerf doesn't do anything for you. So the problem too is like once you want to be good into something like you want to run Shadow for Stunfisk. Okay, now Stone Edge Quag hurts like a truck. And now you can't do as much against Tinkaton. You get like one move through, but you're never going to probably get that second move off. It just hurts a lot. In normal Altaria, it's okay, you're just worse into Stunfisk. It's not like those other matchups are good, and you just have a meta that's a lot more threatening, and you're still slow. This is a very fast-paced meta. And okay, number 2, Shadow Sableye. I'm going in order of what we might have just heard, but Shadow Sableye, like, I'm even going to say this, I'm not sure it should be dropping. I've thought about it over a period of time. I think it's a Pokemon that is dropping. I don't think it's a Pokemon that needs to be dropping, and I've learned this from playing Thievul. You can't really counter swap it into Sableye and feel good. You can take a Drain Punch. 2 of them knock out. A Shadow Sableye 2-shots you. So this is what I mean. Like, if you counter swap Thievul into something, you have to start investing in that thing. And what's also annoying about Thievul is you can invest in that thing, win that matchup, and just get met by a Tinkaton after. And then that just absorbs you and farms you down. And it's like, do you want to pivot after that? I don't know. Like, you just fought for Switch. Do you want to immediately pivot? You might have to. So, like, Sableye is not even that bad into... the same way it's not that bad into Licky, where on paper you might think it would be. It's not that bad into Thievul. It's not... It's the option other than Thievul that has more play into Licky. Or, into Fortress. It's...
I also think the rise of Galarian Corsola is what keeps Sableye in a job.
It
'Cause
should.
if more people are leaning on Corsola
And
as
Licky being as common as it is still too. Like, because
Yeah.
Sableye was something that just was so annoying until Licky.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm agree with you on that one, Alex.
Yeah, I think it will drop, but I don't think it should necessarily. The more I've thought about it, I've kind of had like a change of heart on Sableye. In number 3, I had this thought before Dune decided to just yap about it, but it was Seaking. And the reason why I'm saying Seaking is because if we looked at Turin, Seaking was everywhere. But a lot of that was because of Altaria. It was because it's the thing that kind of, quote-unquote, breaks, but not really, just has coverage for Altaria and Empoleon. And Altaria and Empoleon was a core that was everywhere. It also was very annoying into Ninetales. So in that matchup, there were a lot of Ninetales, a lot of Empoleon, a lot of Altaria. I can still see a lot of Ninetales. I can still see Empoleon looks really good right now. But Altaria's gone. And ice coverage is not really that good. It's not that it doesn't hit things, it's that it doesn't hit a lot for super effective right now. So it's not that I think ice coverage is bad or icy wind is bad. It's like, what are you targeting with Seaking other than the drill run using ability? And there's other, ways to target those Pokemon that you would be targeting with Seaking otherwise. I've heard rumors about Seaking being a fraud, and it's not that I think in Shosik it's necessarily a fraud, but I do agree with what Dune said. It's like, you have Licky, you have Corsola, you have Thievul, and it's not so much that their moves are better or your moves don't hit them. It's that when you're just throwing a bunch of non-stab crap at things that are throwing stab things at back at you or have more bulk than you, some matchups feel really sad. So I expect Sableye to drop, but I also think I do expect it to kind of be a bit sad as well. But I could still see some people holding on to it at the very least. So
what does Sea King do for you in this meta that Mantine can't do better?
Exactly. No, that's my thinking too. I think Mantine just does everything
Stunfisk.
Sea King does, but just better.
Stunfisk.
Stunfisk, yeah, that's true.
It's
true.
team, if your team calls for a bit more coverage in the
Yeah,
Stunfisk.
yeah.
I'm not sure who is that scared of a Stunfisk this time around, but maybe someone is wetting their pants over Ufisk. Surely. Electrode, I don't know. Well,
Still not something
yeah.
you want to be in though.
Class, any hot takes
Yeah.
on some downs?
It's funny, you guys took all my picks again.
Whoa.
But it's so
Boy,
So
I
I'm just gonna-
sure love being the outliner in this panel, eh?
But here's the thing. I just want to pay my respects to a mon that I think's gonna show up, but I think it's their last ride, and it's Talonflame. It's been going down
Yeah.
all the way down, but I think this is Talonflame's last ride. So I'm gonna go 1 down, Burb down. Rest in peace, Talonflame. It's been great.
Talon down.
Red Hawk down, baby.
I mean,
Yeah.
Let's
Talonflame,
go.
Shadow Talonflame did do wonders for me in a certain Vegas tournament that I won. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it did its job.
Nice knowing you, Talon. Old new systems can completely crush your dreams.
New system,
Yeah.
the meta. I mean, it's already hostile, and then
Yeah.
then the new system kind of just boots it out. Which that's a conversation for another day. But
Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you,
Yeah.
Pet Talonflame is sad.
it's slow.
I tried it. It does not work.
What if you use you got Talonflame's understudy? It has Ember.
Oh,
Legendary.
true.
It has
Legendary.
Ember.
That
Yes,
no,
it was.
that didn't do enough in Evolution Cup though.
I had one fun day with it.
Fletchinder is the Ninetales you have at home.
I spent like 650,000 dust on it, so I'm gonna say it's good. I'm gonna say it's really good, just to justify my spending habits and why I never have dust.
Whatever you gotta do, Alex.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
you gotta do.
Fletchinder at Worlds, it's gonna win. Anyways, moving on a little bit. So this is, I think, a great opportunity to talk a little bit more in depth about Worlds and what it's like to be even more the mindset of a competitor. I guess for both of you, I don't necessarily have the full-on experience of being a competitor for a very long time. I definitely haven't competed for very long, and it's not something I necessarily plan on doing that consistently. But I will say I've gotten through a few tournaments, and I've really learned, especially about the mental toll that can get at you when you're at a tournament. And that is something where I've had to learn. You need to walk around, drink water, bring snacks, keep your mind in check. Like, before every game now, I will literally ask myself, do I know how to count right now? And sometimes the answer is no, and I have to, take an extra second. I've learned to breathe in a way that, I didn't necessarily know I had to be on myself about. So for both of you, I guess, what do you think it is going into Worlds? What's the mindset just as a competitor? Are you prepared? Do you feel like there's any insight that someone who doesn't compete, someone who watches these regionals can take away from either of you that is just what it's like to be there? And AJ, you might not know how to answer this 100% because this is your first Worlds, but what do you expect? Dune, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah. The one who's
Yeah.
actually been there.
Yeah, I've been there 4 times, going on 5. So I think I've said this before. I said this earlier when it comes to tournaments in general. Going into Worlds with a clear mind, not letting anything else from the outside world distract you. Just one focus and one focus only, and that is one game at a time. Making sure you get a good night's sleep before, bring snacks, stay hydrated, those are like some of the biggest keys to like maintaining focus during your run, whether it's long or short.
Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak. I was shown on Play Pokemon streams for a year saying sleep was for the weak because I answered that at a Toronto regional. I'm not going back on that now.
No.
But no, like I said, honestly, like I said, I know it's different for Dune than it is for me. Because I go into most of these tournaments thinking, whatever happens, happens. I went in that Seattle tournament thinking I was going to be cooked immediately because I looked at the bracket and I saw the list of names waiting for me. J-Jan, 610 Hero, C2U, some guy named Dunebug. I don't know if you know him, Alex. I hear he's pretty good.
I heard you took down that Dunebug person.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Like just going through like, all right, let's just see what I can do. Oh, I beat J-Jan 2-1. All right, well, let's see. Oh, they're gonna put me on stage against 610. Oh, I beat him 2-1. All right. Maybe I've learned something against you. Oh, I beat Dunebug. How the heck did that happen? And just like not even really thinking about it, like I have to do it. It's just like, I'm gonna trust myself, see what happens. Like same thing in New Orleans. Like I got drawn as an 8 seed against Corlash in the round that I needed to win to qualify. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Corlash is pretty darn good. But I had to put my faith in the Pokemon I selected, and Swanna did Swanna things and just completely baffled him. And I got the win there, and it was so freaking emotional. Like I said, I did my best to block out the world with headphones on that whole tournament just to try and stay in that mindset. But after that, after getting that win over Corlash, it was almost like free. Like I went into that day 2, I'm like, oh my god, I made day 2. Whatever goes. I don't even care. And I rattled off like I think 4 straight wins on day 2. I beat K-Pine, who I never beat in Go Stadium. I beat Pyro Panda. I went on stage and undercharge of the Century against Ashton Ash when I didn't need to do that. Like that's all just like, letting go essentially and just being like, hey, I'm rolling the dice. I am Joey freaking Wheeler up here to steal from Yu-Gi-Oh! On a Pokemon stream. But I am just rolling the dice on whatever, and we're going to see if it works. So I guess going in with that mindset that, whatever will be, I'm just going to try and play to the best of my ability and play to my outs. Like, that's all I can really do, and that's the same in any tournament, be it like a 4-person local or worlds. So I'm gonna take that same mentality in there, and like I said, probably not sleep the night before. So I'm sorry, Dune, you're gonna be hearing music.
But I will say though, I'm gonna I think in previous worlds, part of what has cost me like in a lot of those has been going in with too much expectation on myself and too much pressure. This time around, I am not going to do that. I'm probably going to go into this tournament with the same mindset AJ has and be like, whatever happens, happens. I just need to play my game and do as best as I can.
I'll be there to help you not have those expectations.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Classy, go.
Yeah, so that's a great mindset to have, honestly. Just playing free, I think it brings out the best in all of us. Regardless, though, the bracket comes out. You see all these names that you're probably going to have to face at some point if you want to win. Is there any competitor out there that makes you kind of gulp or be like, if I play them, I'm going to have to ultra lock it? Is there
Pocket.
anyone in particular?
Pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
100% Pocket. Anytime I see Pocket, no matter what event I'm in, I'm like, fuck. I almost score there. But that's what Pocket does. When you see him across from you, it's like, there's no shot. There's no shot. Like anytime Pocket is just like, and it always just seems like I never have a team comp against him.
Yeah.
Like I look down and like, oh, I get ruined by Jellicent. Well, that's it then. Like, Pocket is just so freaking scary.
Yeah, that kid can just put the scare into anyone he plays against. He really can. He might be a nice kid like deep down, but in tournaments, he's a demon.
Nightmare.
But I will say for myself, I'm gonna base this on like previous match history, and I'm gonna
Okay.
go Elam.
Okay.
Elam is just that one battler I see every time in the bracket. I'm like, gulp. I gotta go against Elam again. I've only won once again. I think I've only won once against Elam. In my
Out of how many? Do you know?
I think it's like 1 in 5 or something like that. Like
Okay.
now, or 1 in 4 or 1 in 5. It's probably my worst match history out of any
Right.
opponent.
Not quite as even as
in the
Rise.
Not quite as even as Rise. Not quite as dominant as Arrow.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
will say to that question though, and it's a great question, Classy.
Yeah.
You know, everyone is just a name until you actually meet them and go face to face with them and go to battle. Because like I said before, I would have obviously like said Dune because I know how good he is. And then when we drew in Seattle, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna try. I mean, you saw that interview. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know, it's proof that, you know, if you go in with a plan and are able to execute it, it can happen. So, you know,
Yes.
am I saying that it's going to happen if I draw Pocket and World? Probably not. But I
Right.
mean, you know, you could ask Torian this question and he might say me. I'm 2-0 against Torian in regionals. So, because I beat him in Vancouver and I beat him on stage in Toronto. So, like, you know, it's just a matter of like you said, you have to put it out of your head if you want to move forward. You can't think of the name that's in front of you. Like, you know, it could be a random housewife from Kansas, or it could be freaking Beelzebub in front of you. You just gotta try and make your team work if you can, and just play it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know from kind of even going back a sec, like, AJ, you talked about sleep in preparation. I feel like at LA, I got some sleep, and I was mentally, after a while, I just feel like I lost my ability to have a brain. But NAIC day 1, for
Did
those who
anyone
don't
really
know...
sleep in LA though?
Well, okay, that's fair. Like, that's actually so fair. Wait, no, that's a great point. They didn't even give us call times till like 6:30 a.m. I woke up at like 6 because they still didn't give us call times. And I'm not like, I didn't go back to sleep, but at least I got like 5 hours, I guess. Yeah. Versus NAIC, they still give us call times at like 11.
Midnight. Yeah, almost midnight.
Midnight. They could do a little better. We could raise the bar a little bit on that, right? Maybe.
Certainly.
A little bit. But at NAIC, I was even up till, I would say I was up till 3 a.m. And not only just like to be up, I didn't have my team locked in till almost 3 a.m. For those who don't know, like I built a Swanna after midnight for the first time, tried it in GBL for 2 or 3 sets, and then put Swanna on the team. And then I messaged Dune, like, here's what I'm running. It had a Swanna. That I just decided, hey, it feels so good in those few sets that I ran it. It filled a role. Well, you were running Swanna. I didn't have to tell you about it.
Yeah, you were already running it. You were already running Swanna, so you were ahead of the curve there.
Yeah. It just, you know, I needed something that was able to make it uncomfortable for both DeWatt and Quag at the same time. And that just makes it diabolically uncomfortable. I ended up playing Pato. Pato had both. Which also goes into like another thing. It's like, who is the type of person that like scares the crap out of me? And that's kind of the thing. I think, AJ, you touched on this mindset. It's like, even if someone scares you beforehand, you play them, and it's really as a competitor, I think a lot of those nerves, they have to go away. Because if you think you're going to lose against someone, you're probably going to.
Yeah.
You will. I mean, the moment someone makes you think that, whether it's beforehand or during, that's when things are going to go wrong. That's when you're going to make mistakes. You need to be confident in any type of competition to do well. And, you know, Pocket's a really good call. I remember my first tournament. It was in Vegas, and I built teams, and I just looked at things Pocket was running, and I was like, oh gosh, everything he does scares me. So I think I literally adjusted multiple times just because of Pocket teams that I knew a bunch of people would take. And, you know, another person who I actually got the pleasure to play against at NAIC is Pato. I think Pato is just insane at this game. Insane.
He might
He
be the
is-
favorite for Worlds.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you think
100%.
so?
He's the leading favorite by far.
maybe. I've said this consistently. He might not have won Worlds before, but to me, he is probably the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And you know, I saw him in my group when I went to NAIC. I at first went Gulp. If I even do well, that means I have to play Pato. But the closer I got to that as a competitor, it was more so I get to play Pato. That's sick. And I get to test myself against Pato. I get to test my mindset against Pato. And it's like, what else are you preparing for other than to play people who are really good at this game and see how you can go against them? And it's not that there was any moment that I was for sure, oh, I'm going to beat Pato. I mean, I didn't beat Pato. But I got a game off of him with Swana, by the way. But, you know, I never had a single moment while playing him where once I was there, I was afraid of Pato. And I think of him as the best player in the world. So a lot of those mindset things kind of go away. And that's just, you know, I bet both of you know this a lot better. One of those things that you adjust to over time being a competitor. So yeah, I think Pato probably, I don't know, is there like maybe one or two other people who, just to shout out really quick, that maybe have that top chance in your guys' minds?
Well, I feel like I can't continue my streaming partnership if I don't say Dunebug97. But no, I think there's so many good players. Like, you know, Marto, obviously coming from Argentina.
Yeah.
Pato, we mentioned, and Adequince, Rarjeff. Like there's so many good battlers from all over the world, and like I said at the beginning, like a lot of this is going to be who can make the right read of the meta to get themselves in a position to get that slight advantage when it's going to matter, because the talent levels are all up there for all of us. It's going to be who's able to play their team the best in that moment when it matters, and honestly can be anyone. Like,
yeah,
there so many people are capable of making runs. So you just have to make that run to get that title.
Yeah, like if you're not like adapting, like if you're not willing to adapt to the meta evolving over time, like especially in the final week leading up to Worlds, you're not going to do well because your team is going to not be good against the meta.
Yeah.
And the team is like probably about 60 to 70% of like your success like chances at a tournament. Like really, it really is. Like, if you don't have the team, you're not likely going to do well. And that happened last year for me. I did not like adapt to the meta evolving last year, and it cost me like mightily.
Right. And I know this year you're taking a very different approach. I've seen a little behind the scenes, but you know, there's no point to be comfortable, especially given some shifts that we've had. If you're comfortable with what you had a month ago, okay, you have an Altari on it. Take it off.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the first things I ripped off the team was Shadow Altaria, because I was married to that thing. That thing was like a guarantee to be on my team, and then I just knew, like like the meta was not becoming good for it, and that once again that's why it was in my number one down. That was my number one down.
Same thing.
Yep.
I
Like-
just knew it wasn't going to do well, and if I had it on my team, I was probably not going to do well.
I mean, I did the same thing with Mandibuzz. I thought for sure I was going to bring Mandibuzz to San Francisco, and then like Devil
Yeah.
came out like, oh, I cannot bring this anymore.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
So, yeah, like if you are so married to a concept and don't adapt with the changes that are happening, like it's going to bite you, and you're going to see that. Like you see that with anyone. Like if you don't actually do your homework and are aware of like where those trends are going into Worlds, you're not going to have the team to compete, because you're just going to get ruined by like being 5 weak to Empoleon, like for
Right.
example. So yeah, like it's why when you ask me those sorts of questions, like who do I think will actually be able to make it, like be the people that I'm backing, it's the people who can adapt, the people who can play so many different Pokemon. It doesn't matter what they think they need to do, they can confidently run it. Like
Right.
it's why someone like Pocket is so scary. I think Pocket could beat me with a Wobbuffet, a Lipard, and a 10 CP Magic Harp if he put his mind to it.
That's because you refuse to run Fortress.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I will not run that golf ball.
I want to move along a little bit here. We're really close to opening something up, and I just want to let everybody know who is listening. In a few minutes, I would recommend getting in the Discord. So we are going to be introducing something, a concept, during this stream that if you're not in the Discord for, you're going to be able to, you might miss out. I'll put it like that. So, if you're not in the Discord, maybe go ahead and join. If you are in the Discord, maybe get ready for something that we're going to be doing in a few minutes. And as I say that, to kind of bridge the gap of where we are now to what that's going to be, why don't we go around and just give one spice pick each that maybe has a chance in this meta to actually shock some people? And why don't we give one spice pick that you think people might bring, but it kind of makes you go, why are they bringing it? This thing sucks. And why don't we actually go like, AJ, I'm going to make you go second this time, so you don't just take everyone's. Yeah. Why don't we start with Dune? Why don't we just start with Dune?
Yeah, so there was actually one spice pick that was actually on my radar for a little bit, and it's Turtonator. If you look at some of the coverage that Turtonator has and some of its type resistance it has, Shadow Cancer Ninetales double resists every move that is Shadow Cancer Ninetales is going to run. And it has the Incinerate coverage, it has Brutal Swing coverage to hit ghosts. You could either run Dragon Claw for other dragons or Overheat as a massive nuke into so many things. It can really break up that Ninetales tank core and beat and play into those ghosts as well that people love to pair with Tinkaton. That is definitely that was a spice pick that I was actually on my team for a little bit, and then like I decided not to use because I didn't feel like it fit on the team specifically. But I could see people using it and making it work really well.
Yeah. We'll get to the bad ones in a little bit, but AJ, what is your yes. Exactly.
Now the question is, do I just want to take what I think you're gonna say to spite you? Because I think I know what you're gonna say. But
You might.
I already gave this in my 3-ups, and I'm gonna stick with it because I think it's a spicy pick that could actually be a tournament winner. I'm gonna say for Alligator. I think if you think Corsola is going to have a bigger presence in Worlds than we thought it would be, like say a week or two ago, then Gator makes sense as a water option with that Shadow Claw damage, with that ability to 2-shot Licky if you're Shadow. Like, I think Gator can do a lot of work on the right team. You just have to kind of have the options around it so it's not forced to like go into Firo or something that can match its pacing and then ruin its day with like Dropex or something. So I'm gonna say if you can put the pieces around Gator, I think it can be a part of a championship team.
It's fair.
And I'm not gonna take Quillfish from you.
Okay. Someone needs to bring it. Like, whether or not it's the right pick, someone should bring Quillfish, just because, hey,
But
that
you gotta
thing's
remember,
scary.
on old system though,
Old-
it's
yeah.
not great. Yeah,
Okay, that's fair. But on new system, it's the best Pokemon in the meta. Anyways.
it is.
My pick of choice here is, and I think AJ might have had an idea of what I was going to say here, but I think Electrode looks really good. Look at the recent
My
top
number
12
two.
usage. Yes. Look at the recent top 12 usage of like the last 10 plus Inadequates tournaments. Okay, sure, there's Ninetales. Fort is sometimes on, sometimes a little bit lower. The entire rest of it is like 80% Electrode food. Like, we're looking at Stunfisk, where it just... okay, that's a little awkward for it at times, but it's more than good there. You're looking at Mantine. You're looking at Quagsire, which you basically one-shot. You're looking... Azu's starting to pick up. There is just so much... Like, Tinkaton, it has a pretty fine matchup into. It's like a lot of the top usage is so much neutral play into things like... It still has neutral play into Diggersby and Corsola. Marowak is kind of weird because, it does a lot more oppressive damage into you, but you have that energy ball to threaten it. There is so much coverage for it, and if you just pair something like a Mantine to cover for Fortress, cover for K9, I could really see someone that knows what they're doing with an Electrode be scary with it. And I could see a lot of people being 3 or 4 times just weak to it, and it could really just be a presence on what is it I actually want to bring into this thing, because this thing's scary. This thing is scary. So, Classy, you got something?
I got something, but for no particular reason. I like Crustle. I like Melmetal. I like Luminion. I can't tell you why right now, but I know all 3 of those are going to be on the roster somewhere, if not all on the same team.
Is this Classy's 2027 Worlds team right here?
Dang.
Is this like
Lock
brown
it in
check
right
mark?
now.
Is this like brown
Yeah.
check mark verified?
Yes. But if it doesn't work out, you could cut this part out the video, Alex.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Nah, we leave this in.
Yeah, I'll make sure that's the intro. Anyways,
Yes.
So I'm about to go ahead and open the door for something really quickly. Everybody
we have
listening.
Our pretenders. We have our
I
pretenders.
know. We will get to those while this opens up. So I am currently, as we speak, going to flip a switch. Okay. And okay. If y'all go in Discord right now, there should be a VC that just opened up. It will be a lobby for anybody that is listening that wants to head on in. And what that is a lobby for all of you. If you want the opportunity very soon to basically like a hotline, like a radio show, like, who knows, what we do here, I suppose. The lines are open.
Go on with Mad Dog.
Yeah, and that is where
Yeah.
any of you can hop in the lobby
what
right
do you
now
got?
and ask us a question very soon. So why don't some of y'all rush on in there, prepare something. You guys can talk to each other, but while you get on in there, while you think of what it is you want to say, can't promise you will get in, can't promise how long you'll stay. But it's an opportunity, so if you want to take it, take it. And again, while you guys are getting in there, now let's talk about our pretenders, our spice picks that people are running, but should they? Dune.
Yeah, I've seen some people go with this the hippo. I've seen people hype that up recently. I just don't see it. I just don't see its place in the meta, to be honest, because you have to, in a lot of your matchups, you're throwing non-stab rock weather balls, and sometimes it just doesn't hit hard enough, and you're gonna have to go down shield in in a lot of matchups. You use the hippo, but so for me, like I personally just don't see it doing too well. I bet people will still bring it, obviously, but I just don't think it's the right play for this meta, especially when there's a pick like Devil that has Icy Wind that can hit it for super effective damage.
Fair.
Now, this is where I would say Basti if I thought that thing had any shot of rising up from the grave. Because I know there will be at least one. Much like Classy P, I know some DGen will bring it. And they will get the comeuppance they deserve. But in terms of actual spice picks that could backfire in a hurry, continuing a trend from my downs, I'm going to say Pangoro. Because someone's going to look at Pangoro and be like, oh, it's a fighter, but it resists all the ghost stuff. So Corsela's screwed and Licky's screwed. Yeah, Tink's not screwed. Tink is just going to literally farm you down and then throw hammers at everything else. Mantine is going to laugh at you and farm you down and have twisters and water pulses for whatever it wants. I think Pangoro is so feast or famine that, you know, again, like I said with Guzzlord, you really want to spin that chamber every time you put Pangoro in your party of 3? Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to see a Furo? Like, I don't care if Karate Chop's neutral. Those packs are hurting. So I think there's just way too much fast move pressure for Pangoro to be any kind of comfortable coming into a team. But someone's gonna put it on their roster as a fighter, and it's going to disappoint. So Panda's my pick.
Fair enough. You know, this is always the fun thing about not going first. I kind of can't think of a better choice than Hippo myself. It's not just that Hippo's been something you hear about, but it's been something that has really been around a lot of GBL and a lot of like top of boards GBL. Hippo's kind of just been a mainstay of this season. And I don't see the play for it either, because it doesn't really have much fast move pressure. Weather Ball is just kind of a sad move in my opinion. It has a weird bait nuke kind of scenario for it. Earth Power takes a while to get to, and it's not bulky. It's not comfortable even into Licky, in my opinion. It's got good coverage, but I just don't see it. I can just see so many scenarios where people are going to try. I will give one more, though, actually. I got one more for you. This is another fraud Pokemon, another fraud alert Pokemon. How about Dunsparce?
I was honestly going to say Dunsparce.
How about Dunsparce?
I was thinking about that as a potential option, too.
Because someone's going to pick Dunsparce like, oh, its rollout's so good. That's what Licky is for. You're not reinventing the wheel with Dunsparce. Yeah, you got Drill Run, but Drill Run's worse for Dunsparce now because some Pokemon you can't even two-shot with.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, Dunsparce is a fraud.
Yeah.
So to recap, your picks were Dunsparce and
I said Hippo as well.
You did say Hippo as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Classy, you got a fun pick for us?
This isn't really a spice pick, I would say, but I just feel like the Evil's not going to be as good as people want it to be, just because people are going to come over prepared for it. I think it's just a recent thing that happened. I think it's good, but I think the team comps are going to be against it. I think Jelly's going to disappear in some sort. We'll see what happens. You could cut this part out again. But yeah, I think the Evil is just, it's not what it's going to be this Worlds, but next year when I go, it'll be bad.
Right.
Classy with the blazing hot takes.
Just trying to make sure everybody doesn't use it, so when you use it, it's
Classy's
fantastic.
handling the phone lines, but he got those takes.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, this is going to be a fun segment. I hope that if you guys are considering taking advantage of this, don't be shy. But we have what will be the phone line that will allow anybody in here to come into stream and ask us any question give an opinion, talk to us for a moment if you would like. So, once again, if you are in the Discord, and if you are not, get in the Discord. And there will be a voice channel, a VC open. It is called Hotline Time. Go ahead, hop on in there. If you want to just even hop on in there to chat with whoever else is in there for a sec. But good opportunity for any of you to talk to us about whatever it is that you want to say. And, you know, why don't we go ahead and poll our first person from that? And that will be Spacebar. Spacebar has been waiting in there for quite a few minutes, so
By order
Space.
of wait time, yes.
Let's
Yes.
go, Space.
We should have a Spacebar in here.
Yo, what up?
What is good?
What do you got, Space?
What's going on? So I'm just, I'm sitting over in the crowd. I've been a fan a long time, so I'm a little bit nervous, being on the show and all that. And I've been dying to ask. My first time meeting, my hero, Class CP. I got a question.
For classy.
I've been, been listening to your takes. Like you have some wise words. I've been listening, taking notes. I just been wondering, for a little guy like me, like how, what's it like to get legends? How do you do it? How do you do it every season?
Yeah. So, man, it's a great question, Space. And to be honest, you just play the game. And you play the game. And you go in every day. And you max out your sets. And at some point, you're going to get hot. And you do it. But no, nah. I know Space. #1 leaderboards. So I'm a big fan. So for you to come in and say that about me is just, I could go to sleep happy tonight. So thank you, sir.
Just one follow up. I was wondering, are you selling any coaching sessions? Like your schedule free, like maybe in like 6 months or so? I know you're pretty booked up.
It's booked up. I'm out 3 months right now. But you can find me on Patreon/ClassP.
All right. Space, it's been real. It's been real. Bye, Space. That was incredible. Incredible question. Classy. You have fans out there, and we found one of them, which is like 50% of them. All right. Now, we are going to have our next brave soul step on in here, and that is going to be longtime listener of the channel, Volt. Volt, welcome on in. How's it going, and what do you got for us?
Volt.
If we have a Volt.
Volt, you there?
Volt, you might
Volt,
be on
you
mute.
there?
I see
Yeah,
him
you
mute.
might be on mute. Yeah.
He is on mute.
Yeah, Volt, you're on mute, but if you're there, unmute.
Wait, there we go. Now do we have a Volt?
People popping. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
We hear you.
Hello?
How is it
Can you
going,
hear me
Volt?
now?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? I hate my voice.
What was that?
Strong.
Fair enough.
Says they hate their voice.
Yeah, I hate her voice.
Well, if you would like, we can. If you would like to, you can put your question in the chat, if you have a question or something to say, and we will go ahead and read it out.
I'm an introvert.
Oh, that's no worries. Feel free if you would like to put it in the chat. But yeah, take your time with it. And while you are typing that or thinking about it, we will get Jack on in here, because I know Jack's been waiting for a little bit. Jack also just raided on in a second ago. So Jack Ripper, welcome on in, Jack.
Yo, Jack.
Bye,
Oh.
Jack.
Bye, Jack.
Jack!
He
Oh,
just back
leave
in here.
dropped. Looks like he dropped.
Oh,
There he goes.
Jack.
Jack? No!
Is he doing this on purpose?
Yeah. Jack, what are you doing?
Jack. If you want to talk, man.
We're here?
Yes.
Yes,
Right here.
Finally. Jesus Christ.
Hi, Jack.
Hello. Okay,
Going
so
well.
my question is, how bad is D-Gen gonna be for Worlds? Is Carbon gonna go crazy? Is Evil gonna go crazy? Is non-shadow Marowak gonna go crazy? Like, what's the degen potential here? And what's like the, like just gaining switch? Is it gonna be bad or what? Like, can a lot of people get lucky with the switch? That's my question.
Yeah,
Fair.
I do think a pick like Carbink is going to have play in this meta because of the fact that Shadow Cancer Ninetales is one of the most popular picks. It neutrally beats Liquid Licky. It neutrally beats Galarian Corsola. It beats Thievul. Like it beats all the It can beat the dragons. It beats Mantine. There's a lot of this meta that it does completely core break. So I do
Yeah.
think it is going to have pretty good play in this meta.
I have never heard a better advertisement for Empoleon in my life.
Exactly.
Ooh. Amp.
Yeah, but then goes
yeah.
Marowak.
Marowak lives a Hydra. Non-shadow.
Okay. I mean, degens are gonna degen. Since the dawn of time, right through to the point when Meteor Fallion finally got a regional tournament win, degens have dreamed of degenning their way to championships. And Worlds will be no exception. Dune has already outlined one of the biggest threats to the non-degen way of life in Carbink. Like you said, Mudslap is making a bit of a comeback with Marowak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure Marowak is going to have the legs to actually get there, and I say that knowing how short its legs are. But I don't think Thievul is going to be relying as much on the degen strategies that you see with like a Shadow Mightyena, in that Thievul does have the spam potential. Mightyena has a 12-turn Poison Fang and a 14-turn Crunch. Thievul has the spam with Night Slash and then the debuffing move with Icy Wind.
And also
so it's not really in that degen mold that Mightyena is. And I don't think we're going to see Mightyena because like Thievul exists.
Yes.
So I don't think that's as high on the degen rankings. I think Carbink is going to be the poster child for the degens.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't think Marowak can even be as degen anymore, especially not non-shadow Marowak. I don't think the Mudslaps do enough. So it really is how much Carbink do you think you're going to see, and there will be some people who will bring it, but again, that is what Empoleon's for.
I'll add one more thing to this. I think, like, it's not just about the Pokemon themselves. It's, I am been very happy this season, especially the last, like, month or two, playing on the new system. Worlds is not on the new system.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But you know what is a part of the old system that we're going to be playing on at Worlds? DRE not being guaranteed. Fast move pressure being a little bit stronger. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. The fact that you can snipe moves with one-turn moves. The fact that you just, the fact that you can snipe moves. But maybe you will, maybe you won't. That's an old system thing for another day. But one-turn moves in just fast move pressure in general on the old system is and has always been so much stronger than what's on the new system. And even though I'm a little bit more adapted and comfortable with the new system, doesn't matter. The old system is just a little bit easier to degen through things because fast move pressure is so dominant.
Exactly. And so does DRE become a win factor when it's not guaranteed? Because
it is.
In past tournaments, DRE was not disputable, right?
It's still not.
Okay, so that's fantastic.
It's fantastic if you like inconsistency.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that answers what your question is, Jack.
That was my question, Alex. I'll see y'all later.
It has been real.
Jack. Thank you.
All right. We have another waiter in the hotline time lobby, and that is a little known guy named Home Slice Henry. Home Slice.
Oh,
Mr.
baby.
Henry, welcome on in.
Who's that?
And what do you got for us?
I have
Although-
a very important question. America is being torn apart by this dilemma. We have households falling apart at the seams, sister arguing with brother, everyone arguing. Can an employed trainer win worlds? Many are saying it's impossible. Many are saying that when you get a job, it's over. Pack it up. If you're above the age of 20, don't even bother. I will leave it to the jury.
Important question.
What a
question from an
awesome
up and comer like that.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy to hear that question, because as someone who is over the age of 20 and almost hitting 30 and unemployed, I'm going to say no. I don't think an unemployed battler is going to win Worlds this year.
Well, define
Yeah,
him. Can you call this your employment, or is that off the table?
I don't know yet. I don't know about that.
As the patron saint of the unemployed, we welcome Dune with open arms.
I mean, I wish I could say there's no credence to that theory, but I've literally had my 4 best finishes since being laid off from my job in November. So I think I'm actually the poster child for the theory, in that I did not get good until I became unemployed. So, no is the answer to the question, Mr. Henry. Someone unemployed will be winning worlds, but I hope it's someone over the age of 20, as that is definitely where I reside.
Yes, and because a rumor has it that unemployed people have much more time to play the game and practice the game. So that's why I also agree. An unemployed battler is going to win worlds. Employed battlers, you're not winning. Sorry.
Do we think that is an important question that I should ask the winner after they win? Congratulations, you are the new world champion. Are you employed?
Yes.
Are you going to get a job now?
Maybe I'll bring it up if
I somehow win this, I 100% am putting it on my resume.
Yes.
I think
am
if you
a world
win,
champion, hire me.
If you win, I feel like you can start to call this your job, because you will have made money and plenty of it.
True.
I think that's the moment you can call this your job, is by winning worlds.
Maybe. I mean, clearly the move is to start a YouTube channel. So, yeah, maybe. Maybe then by default I have a job.
And I have a great statistic. I have won more regionals than I have lost. I have won more regionals while not being employed than I have won while employed. So there you go. There's a statistic for you too.
Proof.
Like I said, literally my top 3 finishes have all come since I lost my job. I was in that job for 8.5 years, and all my top finishes have been since then. So yeah, sorry y'all. If you wanna have a shot at winning worlds, tell your boss some terrible things.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Henry,
Advice from
I appreciate the question. I think that's a question that everybody in the chat was dying to know the answer to. We've held off for long enough, and I appreciate you coming in here. And good luck to you. I hear you are casting worlds, so
Henry has a
yes,
job.
sir.
Yes.
Henry very much has a job.
That's why Henry doesn't. That's why Henry does not play in tournaments, because he has a job.
I am. The 20s have left me. It's over for me. I will sit behind a desk and I will smile in a suit and I will watch as 2 unemployed rapscallions battle it out for the world championship.
Sounds great. All right, Henry. Best of luck. Appreciate you.
Bye,
and,
Henry.
Goodbye.
I thought he was gonna ask, is Haunted the greatest song ever?
I don't know the lore.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Henry knows the lore. He'll get it.
I'm uncultured. So, with that said, unless there's anybody last minute trickling on in, I feel like that has been our first ever hotline time. Wait, okay, we do have one more. One more, and that is from someone that many of you might know. That is Bobbert. Bobbert,
Oh,
Hello,
wait.
Bobbert.
welcome on in.
Mr. Burt.
Hello. So I wanted to bring up one thing, or a couple things. First off, do you think Celio will be used? I know that regular Celio, to a lot of the usage is quite neutral. Like it has a relatively decent tank matchup. The only truly bad matchup is fighters like Ape, which don't seem particularly common. Mantine is just a snooze fest, so like, do you think that is viable? Secondly, how many shadow camera ups do you think there will be, and why?
And why? Okay, let's start with the first one. Let's talk about Celio, non-shadow shadow, and I will leave this to my guess. Dune, AJ.
Yeah. Celio has. I feel like Celio is that pick that has always tried to be good, but sometimes it just falls just a little short of being in that upper tier of picks. On paper, it has play into a lot of the meta. On paper, it does. But neutrally, there is just some matchups where it just struggles, especially as the shadow version. One of the big ones is the Mantine matchup. Mantine just beats Celio. Celio can never win that matchup, and that's on paper. That's a matchup you think Celio would win because Powder Snow is such a really good fast attack.
It's so sad.
But Body Slam, non-stab Body Slam, just does not hit hard enough, and it's just a sad matchup. And I think right now there's some of the picks that we said were rising up, like Empoleon, like Fortress. Those picks are picks that Celio don't really want to see at all, and there are other bulky picks like Corsola and Licky Licky that also can really put in work against it. So, part of me, I think people will try it. I think that is a pick people will try. I just don't see it having a lot of success.
Celio is the answer to the question, what if you had all the negatives of a nice Pokemon, but none of the benefits? Because, yeah, Powder Snow is a good move, but if you're relying on that to be your ice offense, you are going to be very disappointed because Celio's attack stat means it will not do nearly as much as you want it to do, and you're relying on it being more of a water type with Body Slam access, and it's just a worse water type because it has all the ice frailties on it. And I think that's why you don't see Celio in a lot of these teams that are going into Worlds. Like Dude said, it's just not good enough into the top mons. Licky Licky has rollout and stab Body Slam for it. Ninetales has Energy Ball, which wipes it out. Tank laughs at Powder Snow and Body Slam and then hammers it in the face. Mantine can beat it. It's not even winning against a water type that supposedly is neutral to ice. What is Celio doing for you? That's why I don't see it. And I have people asking me, I have people saying, AJ, you're Queen of Ice, but Ice is so bad right now. Surely you're not bringing Ice type to Worlds. You're wrong. There is an Ice Pokemon on my Worlds team. I will not be revealing it here.
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree. Like AJ said, Celio is an ice type that doesn't do ice things. Hisuian Electrode. Hisuian Electrode's beating an ice type. Celio, what is Celio throwing into Hisuian Electrode? Body Slam?
That literally rolls off that ball.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I definitely agree that that's kind of always been like the downfall of Celio is that a lot of the things that you quote unquote target can just take your charge moves. And a lot of the things that don't want to take your charge moves can take your fast moves, like K9. So it's just always kind of had an awkward spot. I know, Bobbert, your second question, though, and I think this is more important. And again, I'll leave this to my guess. What do we think about the rise or fall of Shadow Camerupt and why?
What rise? That thing is ground type and is staying planted on the ground. There will be no Shadow Camerupt at Worlds.
I think one person will bring Shadow Camerupt.
There is always one.
There's always one.
And is that
if you're gonna go that route of an Incinerate user that has like coverage, you're gonna go Typhlosion
or Turtonator.
Fair.
Because Turtonator can at least take a hit neutrally. Shadow Camerupt cannot take any hits.
I think Ninetales, a Shadow Ninetales energy ball would wipe out Camerupt. And I base that on nothing.
Fair enough.
But knowing
Counterpoint,
what
it would be
Camerupt
funny,
is.
and you're gonna have someone who doesn't care and is fine with going O2 and thinks it would be funny to have Camerupt on usage charts.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna have a
that's why I
bunch of
think
picks
there'll
for
be
that
one.
reason.
That's why I
You're
think
gonna have a
there'll
bunch
be
of picks
one.
for that. That's why Sharpedo's gonna be on there.
Yes.
Sure.
Might as well have both Ho and Megas from the evil teams.
Both Hone disappointing megas.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, Bobbert, appreciate you coming
Sure.
on in. I appreciate the question. And it has been real. But we need to move on because, you know, it has been basically almost a couple of hours. This has gone on a little longer than, you know, maybe I anticipated, but that's maybe just because there's a lot to say. Worlds is coming up. There's just so much to go over, so much to be excited about. And I know maybe as competitors, I can imagine both of you are maybe getting a little bit antsy as it gets closer to it. I'm getting antsy just to watch it, which is why I, for example, will be doing a watch party on this channel myself that will be a lot of fun. And as we kind of wrap things up here a little bit, you know, what for both of you is maybe your kind of final thoughts going into Worlds that you maybe just want to get off your chest?
I think AJ, you want to take this one at first?
How dare you? Look, I never thought I would be in this position where I'd be like, yeah, final boss AJ, world's competitor. So, like I said at the start, I'm literally just going into this just to have the experience from the other side from when I was a spectator last year, because this is so different, like knowing, like, you know, you're not just observing, you're a part of it. So I'm just happy to take that. My goal is to not go O2, but I'm me, so that's very possible. And yeah, if anyone's going to the party at the Polish Club on Saturday night, I will see you there, and I will try my best to, you know, not eat all the cupcakes that are there.
I second that. Yeah, I will say, at the end of the day, have fun. Have fun. Make the most of a fun weekend. Seeing so many different people from around the world, someone who hasn't had good performances at Worlds, that is something that has always kept me up and kept me going. Just knowing I'm going to, no matter what, have a good time and have a very fun time seeing people that I don't get to see very often. So I'm just, that's my advice. I think have fun at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you just need to have fun, and don't set, like AJ has said before, don't set those expectations too high for yourself. Go in it with a clear mind, and it'll be a great time. I'm super excited for this experience coming up. It's going to be very fun.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit easier for me to have fun than I'm sure it is for you guys, but I agree. I think that is, at least from my little bit of tournament experience, it's not that you don't expect to win once you're there, but putting the expectations ahead of time of how you need to do, I think can kind of get in your head. Maybe not appreciate the ride as much and maybe make you overthink a little bit. And, you know, for anybody that's going to Worlds as a competitor or even just as a spectator, it's just enjoy the experience. This happens once a year. I've never had the opportunity to go myself. I don't know when I may have the opportunity, but it is a really cool opportunity to see a lot of people in this community that maybe you think of a little bit more just on paper as this is just this face, this competitor, but it's an opportunity to get to know someone, to say hi, see the human side of them that maybe we're missing at times in this space, is really opening that door a little bit more. I've had the opportunity, every single person on this panel, to meet behind the scenes, talk to off stream, and honestly, that is so much better than just everything to do with on stream or in front of a camera. you get to know people a lot deeper with more depth, and you get to know who they are a little bit more than you can see on camera. And I think that is kind of a blessing that I hope no one takes for advantage that is going to Worlds. So yeah, meet people, see the town.
It's true. I'm not nearly as much of a absolute monster on stream as I am in person. I think I've proven that here on this channel tonight. So yeah, I promise if you see me at Worlds and come up to me, I will not throw a bottle at you.
And I promise that if you see me at Worlds and want to talk to me, I won't tell you how bad you are at this game when I'm playing. When I'm playing against you, I promise.
Classy, you got any promises?
Classy, final thoughts.
I just want to say, like, congratulations again. What a huge accomplishment. What an amazing journey. I will unfortunately not be attending, but I will have my eyes peeled to the Alex Brownie watch party stream plug, and we'll be cheering for both of y'all. So go ahead, shock the world, and bring it home.
And yeah, once again, I appreciate everybody who is here right now watching. Anybody who had the bravery to go into the VC, try and ask a question. Maybe as we do more of these in the future, you know, we continue that confidence. It was a fun start, but in last thing, really just a big thanks to everybody who is here. Classy for co-hosting this, and for two guests that, you know, I've gotten to know since being on Twitch quite a bit, and it means a lot to me that both of you were here for this first episode of our first actual discussion time. Dune, AJ, Dune, I appreciate you both for being here. So
we appreciate you having me. Appreciate you having me for sure.
Yeah, no, like I said, you told me I could come on here and just talk for 2 hours. Say less, buddy.
Yep, that is what this is for. So with that said, that is going to be the end of Discussion Time episode 1, but it won't be too long because I don't want to, you know, kill everyone here. I personally am going to do some GBL, just a little bit, not too much. And
Pokemon Go play on a Pokemon Go channel.
I know.
Pokemon Go player playing Pokemon Go? What?
Hey,
huh?
if you've been a part of my channel since the beginning, you would know. In the beginning, I was not very known for playing my sets to begin with. So I think I averaged like 2 to 3 sets in like a 4-hour stream. So this is, if anything, on brand. This is on brand. But everybody who is a guest, you are free to stay, talk, and continue having a good time while we get into some sets. And with that said, everybody, once again, thank you for being a part of episode 1 of Discussion Time. As we... Did it work? Okay. Now let me, okay. Let me make sure we still have you. Okay. Now we should be picking you up now. Are we here?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Twitch says lost their guess. I don't see like the bubbles popping up.
Bubbles?
Might not have the Discord audio.
Oh yeah. No, it's you know what it is? It's because we had a fun thing. I'm picking up her voice, but it's because we had a fun thing about like you guys know the whole okay, we're not going to have the bubbles pop up, but people can hear you. I do know that. So oh boy, I heard that rep. And let's get some music going, by the way.
Yes, and
as well.
We need a screen share again as well.
Oh, I got you. Reptilian, by the way, I appreciate the subscription. Anybody who gave me a subscription, by the way, at any point, I do appreciate it. I apologize for kind of having to ignore anything that you guys said, for the most part, but it was for the good of what just went down. So, let me open up another preview for you guys.
Well, since we're not recording an episode of Discussion Time anymore, get fucked, Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are free to do whatever that is.
So I do
Discussion
remember
time.
this is, and I hope.
Exactly. Okay. You should you should have a preview. Hopefully.
Oh my god, I can actually see it.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Maybe I just can't see it with my camera on. Who freaking knows with Discord
Maybe.
nowadays?
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
my one regret is I didn't get to introduce myself on the discussion time as the answer to the question, what's Shoresy's sister like?
Shorzy? Who's Shorzy?
Okay, every Canadian in the channel is laughing their ass off at that.
I mean, I barely know US culture stuff. Wait, I'm fixing my camera a little bit. Okay, that did not help. In fact, I think I just made things worse.
One, watch Letterkenny, especially seasons 2 through 7. 2, watch Shorzy.
Fair enough.
Also, update on baseball from earlier. Duh! Red Sox win!
I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate the
We can also
Yankees
celebrate
lose.
the Yankees lose.
That's good. How'd the D-backs do? Should I ask? Are they playing right now? No,
they
they
lost
should.
11-5 and gave up a cycle.
So good.
D-backs lose. Ha 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 ha.
So I was thinking today of trying this amazing creative core, which is this too. What should we pair with it? That is, I guess, what I will get some help with. While my brain is catching back up.
Generally, I see Florges with it, but if you want something a little spicier.
How about, yeah, I think Florges is usually seen with that too, yeah.
Yeah.
A Corsola.
That's the team.
Corsola. I don't even think I've used Corsola this season. So
You
if we
haven't.
do go Corsola, I could try that. Okay. Licky. I think I've been
as
using it
people
a
may
little
have
bit
saw,
much.
I did have success with the ball today. I had quite
Fair.
a bit of success with the ball today.
I did see you climb quite a bit. A
yeah,
lot of it.
I maybe went to 3,300 on the dot today.
Yeah. Haley, I think Shorzy is a better conventional comedy than Letterkenny. Letterkenny is basically like a bunch of skits where they just get to riff on things. Shorzy actually has narrative and like growth and stuff. So they're two different shows. I mean, I say watch Letterkenny so you know where Shorzy's coming from, and then you get more of an appreciation on where he's going during the journey in Sudbury.
Oh, and also, by the way, now I can actually pay attention to chat. So hello, chat. How's everyone doing? How are we all doing?
I'm stepping away for a sec.
Yeah, go
Yes,
for it.
I'm going to start cooking food.
Fair enough. Feel free to do whatever you need to do. My brain probably needs to turn on.
The roommate's cat.
Fair. Rep, you're tired. Okay, Kelsey, hello. You forgot? Dude, I heard, Jack. I didn't see it because I had to get like stuff going for discussion time, but I heard Jack got a shiny Libre today.
Yes, I heard.
Good for you.
Jack, you're only 2 off me.
Yeah. That makes sense that that's what your response would be.
Yes.
You're only 3 off me.
Well.
I'm not going to
2
say
off.
which. I'm not off me. Oh, wait, 1 off. No, you're 1 off me, but I'm not going to say which way.
Oh,
Okay,
I know.
First
which
game. Stunfisk. I mean, if I see this here, that's fine. I'd rather see this here, obviously, so. As opposed to Mantine. My, well, that does a lot of damage. Huh. So, I can always live 1 here. The problem with Stunfisk, I believe I die to possibly 2. We'll see. Not really. What was the plan? What was your plan? You make the catch, you're good, it wasn't even over! I have 2 Pokemon that don't want to see Fearow! Oh, I need to turn off that reaction thing from Nightbot, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we're done with reactions. Alright, there we go, that should be off. I don't have a brain. Whoever the trainer is, do know I don't have a brain right now. I just yapped for 2 hours straight. You think I could have thought? You thought it was over? It was not over. They said I make this catch, I'm good. I don't make this catch, I'm out. How was my Mega Starmie? Oh, I want to show everybody my Starmie. I didn't collect a good Starmie, but can I show everyone my... Look at this guy. I've had this for so long, and I've been waiting for Mega Starmie. Look at the freaking Starmie. Not to show off my Starmie. It's not size that matters, but I will say, look at this Starmie. Look at this guy. He is far not fitting on the screen. I've been waiting so long for Mega Starmie. Anyways, I had to show that off. That is how my Starmie raid day went. I got the energy to at least build it a little bit. Also, Daniel, welcome on in. Do my balloon. It's just electric, and honestly, I kind of want to do some sets. As much as, if it was like anything more useful, I'd do it, but I want to do sets. Okay, let's see if my brain can function.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna try it.
Also gonna say no.
Tinkaton.
Alex's brain generally does not function.
Okay, my thought here was they would probably throw as I got to either the back-to-back or one over.
And then what happened?
Well, okay. We draw out a Licky, which is honestly very good. Good timing by them. I can, I believe, barely live 2 balls here. So what I'm just going to go ahead and do is maybe invest in Corsola endgame. Okay, I don't really care about the timing here. I just want to get off this second pulse. My brain is still trying to turn on. They have quite literally 100 or so energy on the Tinkaton, which is a little bit scary. Okay. So down goes my Mantine, in comes Electrode. Okay, they die. I like death. There.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Just there. That's a Gallade. Why am I wild charging a Gallade? Don't ask. But Corsola, oh my gosh, they're staying in. Oh my gosh, they're still in. They're still in. They're still in. They've stayed in. I'll shield once here, just to like make this awkward. I really didn't have to. This might be weird, but I'm shielding the first 2 moves that I have the ability to, Corsola. Because my thing is, I put them in such an awkward position, and down is going to go their second shield. I believe at this point, I just live a hammer and make this too awkward for them. Hydrate that. Oh, yeah, redemptions can be turned back on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They can, but will they?
I'm just going to bank a move, get out, and make this too awkward for them to win. Because now they have to throw and throw again. And unless they have to moves, maybe they do. Maybe I don't count because me brain off. They close combat. Oh, they have to. Fantastic. Bye. Really fun pick, though. I believe this is enough to knock out a double debuffed Gallade. I think. Okay. You know what I won't turn on, though? Is discussion time. I'll turn on tutor time, but discussion time, we had discussion time.
Oh, we definitely did.
Okay. Things should be back in order. 2-0 somehow.
All the hydrations now.
Ice Relax, welcome on in. I appreciate it. You might be in ads, but I appreciate it. I will have to fill up my water. I actually did a good job. I drank all of my water. I had a coffee. Okay, apparently there's multiple hydrations. This is probably a poor idea. This is probably
I
the
knew
worst.
the second that you actually reactivated it, you were gonna have to chug that whole
You
thing.
opened the.
I don't even have it.
Open the floodgates.
Mm.
Holy. Yeah, I can say this now. Holy ass, dude. Everybody stop. That is 5. Oh no.
Come on, chat. We need 6 and 7.
No,
now.
stop.
No, we do not.
No, we don't. Like, I'm going to have to pee and fill my water after this next game.
Told you.
6.
Oh no.
Someone do it. Someone do it.
Why
Even
would
you're gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it.
I'm away from my computer. I'm
Good. Stay that way.
cooking.
Stay that way.
Well,
7.
Thanks, puppy.
6, 7. There we go.
god damn it.
Oh, a flower.
I like flowers.
I thought they lost a turn, so I actually threw right away, but I might have been wrong because that seemed like a CMP. Oh, look, a defense
I'm
drop.
currently in the process of cutting a bell pepper.
I hope they don't, like,
What are you
flame
making,
charge me.
June?
Ow.
Ground beef.
Are you doing like some tacos or something?
Oh, you know it. You know me so well.
I do.
This might be weird, but I threw a wild charge just in case they caught on something.
I bought ground beef the other day so I could make these Big Mac tacos that I saw on one of the channels that I follow on YouTube. Apparently you just make the meatballs and then you like take a tortilla and you like smash the tortilla in the meat and you just cook it face down like that. And then you can throw on like lettuce and onions and pickles and like burger sauce and it's just like a taco. Like that. I wanna make that.
Drawing out a Cramorant. Okay.
Hi, Mud Puppy.
Should be at 7 here. Mud Puppy. Hello.
Puppy of mud.
They just dove me.
Dive is the play.
Yeah,
In
but
my
I'm a
opinion.
Mantine.
Oh. That's not the play.
No,
I mean-
Evading.
I want to get out. There we go. So now I don't have to, like, be debuffed. So that's why I'm doing this. You're building a UL Cramorant? Dude. Wait, oh yeah, I didn't. They just dove a Corsola! You're dead! Oh, they have a Diggersby.
I think they're quite fine with that.
Well, they also miss a... Okay, they realigned my clock a little bit. They could have just gone to Diggersby. Okay. 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, no, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. What does Corsola want to be doing here? It's just here for the ride. I'm gonna just get whatever damage I can out of it. Okay. They probably have to Scorching from here, and I'm fine with that. I'm not keeping track of energy because honestly, my brain still off. But, Mantine, go.
Hey, I do that all the time. My brain is off sometimes, even when I'm focusing on battles.
They didn't throw their move. They had a move. Huh? Okay, I guess Mantine should just finish this off, because I believe after the Pex here, Water Pulse is just going to be enough. So I don't really think I have to bait, and he's going to need at least 3 moves. Oh. Huh? He had a move with Corsola, I believe. Pex. Wing attack. Dude, you know, I've been talking for 2 hours. Let me yap and then forget that I have a brain, okay? Allow me the pleasure of not having a brain for a little bit. Mantine is Peck now, yes. Sorry, I just previewed a post-Worlds meta shift. Maybe. Alright, I'm going to step away for just a second here, because I need to fill my water. I also need a pee.
Move up for water right now.
Apparently. I think I have 7 hydrations, and I have to pee. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Who the fuck did that? Who the fuck did that?
Keep redeeming it, chat.
Who the fuck did that? Who the fuck did that? Who the fuck did that? Sincerely,
Keep redeeming.
Screw you all. Sincerely. AJ, by the way, I hear everything.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I was at 13 in my head too. I wish I could lie. But
We're so mean.
yeah, yes.
I'm a big mean.
At least you understand that. School times 13, I suppose. Okay, one before this game.
A lot. Hey, you're just like me when I did 13 shots. I did one before each. I played a game before doing subsequent shots.
What is this?
And proving that I go one step ahead of Dune, I did 14 the other night.
Yup.
Why am I getting RPS by a Licky and a Gorgeist? Okay. I'm going to try to wiggle, but I doubt I can.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
No. That song sucks. That song sucks so much.
Okay. So we both get a first shield, I suppose, in the mid game here. And I still can't think very hard, but we're going to try to make it work anyways. I should be able to live whatever this is. Lego Master, welcome on in. Dude, I don't really want to go down 2 shields, though, because Gorgeist energy... I can't flip it, though. And I'll take either a shield down here or a flip switch. Okay, I'm fine with that. And they still have to throw at me. We draw this out too. I don't know if this feels good. I guess what I can do with Electrode here is come in, absorb a move, and just get a ton of energy. Okay. I could throw after 3 here, but the last thing I want is some type of catch on a body slam. And I'm fine just going ahead, and as they come back in Goregeist, doing 1 and getting out. That way I store a move. Okay, I actually shouldn't have done the 1. And I'm realizing that. Because now they outpace me to 2 Shadow Balls, if they want to. And Shadow Ball's basically going to knock out. I mean, I do live it, but not comfortably. We have a Wild Charge. We are going to have a little bit of a Corsola left. Ow. Oh my gosh. Is this a real team? I don't know. Well, it's a very fun team. And I don't even get that last move off. Well, GG's, I guess. Or something. Oh, okay. You know, there used to be this, like, Bastiodon Carbink core. And I guess they are just taking that this season with, Or no, it was Goregeist and Bastiodon, sorry. And now it's Goregeist and Carbink. Some update on Trev Basti? Yes. So that actually was a core for a little bit with Bastiodon and Goregeist. I'm too tired for that core. I feel like there were win cons in that game. If I maybe didn't just like... If I just got out right away with Corsola, maybe. Because I did need to outpace before they were able to get a second Shadow Ball off. If I were able to do that, maybe there's a chance in that game. But I shouldn't have done that 1 Thunder Shock. That was a big mistake. Yeah, because then I get 2 Astonishes through, and then I'm 3 away from the move, and then they don't get to 2 Shadow Balls before I get to a Nightshade, which would knock them out. It kind of forces them to get out into Carbink. There was definitely play. We have Electrode. We have Empoleon. Okay, a less bad lead. Sable guy. I think after this, I just go ahead and swap into Mantine. That's fine. Okay. And avoiding, Corsola avoiding this is kind of sick. I do wish I Wild Charged. I don't know why I didn't if I was just going to dip. They tried to get me to CMP them. I don't feel like doing that. Yeah. I will go ahead and... Honestly, I kind of almost wish I didn't throw this move. Dude, I'm not counting. Like, my brain is so off. That's like a real problem. I also don't get to a move there. So they're going to be at 3. Okay, 1 past the move. If they're staying in just to throw at this thing, it probably has play, but I do know I do that. I live a drill pack comfortably enough. Hippo. I think I'm fine. Okay, they'll be at 3 here, 1 with Empoleon. But I have to assume that Corsola's pretty good into Hippo. Yeah. I'm gonna let this go. Earth Power, makes sense. Yeah. So 15 plus the 3 earlier, so 18 total. Earth Power is, I'm not even 100% sure, maybe 13-ish. I mean, they make a catch, but I don't know if I mind that catch. So to be at 1 here, they have a lot of energy with the Hippo. I think I just let this go. The problem is, I think they actually get to 2 moves here. Yeah, this Empoleon gets a move. Oh, it doesn't! Okay, now they have to sand attack down, but I don't think they can. Okay, huge. Huge! Huge! Me being dumb and one off on my counts is huge. What fabulous news for me, I guess. Awesome. In my completely unabled state, I got a 4-1 to start us off. They just no-shield what could have been a wild charge. Dude! I didn't think there was any capability of that. They were a Shadow Sableye. But hey, you know, some people do magical things to you. And I will never understand. But, yeah. August, was that you?
I'm not gonna say anything.
GG's. No. GG's if that was you. Yeah, it definitely could have been a wild charge. My brain's just off. I was even so brain off that I think I was one off on your counts with Empoleon and thought you were going to get to a move against the Corsola at the end there. So I actually thought it was cooked, but luckily I wasn't. Oh, 12 more skulls, by the way. 11 now. Fantastic. We're making our way. This seems bad. I probably shouldn't have swapped in Mantine, but I did. They threw at Mantine. Okay. Okay. They'll be at 5 here, and they'll be energy dry on the Ninetales. We are drawing out Lickies really well, which is kind of nice for Corsola. And they let me get a second Water Pulse off, which I don't hate. Yeah, I really can't be shielding the Mantine, though. So, I kind of feel forced to let this go. They should be at 7, since I... What? They Body Slam? Oh, that's perfect for them, actually. Well, is it? So 9, they're at 6. It is if they get 2 moves off. I mean, they should only be able to get 2 Body Slams or 1 Shadow Ball. In my head. And they're going the 1 Shadow Ball route, I believe. Yeah. I think the play here is to see if this guy does what August wouldn't, which is shield. What should be a wild charge. Okay, this guy does. Lucky me. Did not get the deboof. 7. Okay. If you're in ads, you're in ads. This is getting a little bit RPS and a little bit weird, but maybe there's play.
RPS, baby.
So far, yes.
Indeed.
But I think my play here is this. Just a 2 shield through. Okay. And then maybe snipe down here. Okay. They're forced to throw energy. I believe they were at... I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. We'll just see how this game goes. Yeah. We'll see if they go Energy Ball first here or not. Corsola, lock in. They go Weather Ball. Ooh. 2 look like they're just going to knock out. Yeah, I lose. But to be fair, sometimes you lose when you get hard RPS'd. Ninetales? What was that? If I could have magically lived this Weather Ball and like live 1 more fast move, that would have been the misplay of the century. I was nowhere near a move. But yeah. Ninetales into Electrode, Licky on the counter swap, and then Firo in the back.
Yeah. Supreme RPS.
Yeah.
Super mega RPS.
Super mega RPS. For those of you who didn't see Dune stream earlier, yeah.
Yep.
Or super mega Q times. Which luckily we're not
Yes,
having
exactly.
right now. Anyways,
No.
Skull.
At least one Alex is.
True. Hero. I probably shouldn't be throwing this move because they're always going to shield, but here I am. 11, 12. Okay. 7, 8, 9. Okay. They should be one away from a move here. They throw. Well, it's a good thing I threw this anyways. Because this is what I would be throwing at Celio. So they're one away from a move on Firo. Oh, they get the perfect farm here. Yeah. Alright. How do I want to play this? I think what I do is I soak damage here. I mean, it's just a normal Celio. So I can also do... It would have been crazy if they just threw right away and I came in Corsola, because they just did that. For some reason. Okay. We get their second shield down. 4, 5, 6. Okay, Seismitoad comes in. 6. Okay, they're in Earth Power right now. They have energy on Celio. They have one away from a move on the other guy. Okay, I correctly shield an Earth Power, which is huge. I just want this out of here. Seismitoad, be gone.
Be gone.
And we'll see what comes in. Hello? Trainer? Okay, wait, that was a huge mistake. Well, no, it's not. Oh, I thought I would get that move! Oh, I'm bad! Wait, actually, is this a mistake? It is? Yeah, it just is. Unless I live 2 moves here. Pokey Pete, hello! With the big raid. I should live 2. The question is, do I live 2 and then farm down? The answer is, I don't think so. I think I just, like, completely effed myself by switching out. But to be fair, again, my brain is, like, super off right now.
Do not
Yeah.
blame you.
My brain is just so off. Pete, welcome on in. Joy, welcome on in from the Pete raid. We have Dune and AJ in here. We might even have Classy. I'm not 100% sure. I think we do. But we just had like a 2-hour discussion inside. Probably. But yeah, we had a very long discussion time on stream talking all about worlds. And now I'm trying to play games after my brain has shut off. But we managed a 4-1 in our first set. And honestly, I don't even know how. Oh, I haven't even used my pointer yet. We're on set 2. Wow.
How many skulls do you have left?
10. Skull. Dude,
Also, I
Second.
am noticing new music too.
I don't even think this is my playlist.
I
What
thought
did you
so.
do? Just hit random?
I don't know. It was earlier.
But honestly, like, it sounds like your style of music still, because that's
Yeah.
what Spotify does.
It does.
Yeah,
good.
that do be what Spotify do.
And
Dude,
I like it.
did you say what you were having for dinner, by the way?
Oh, I am cooking up ground beef for tacos.
You might have said that.
And then
My brain was
enchiladas.
probably just off.
And then enchiladas like the next day or so.
That sounds good.
2 pounds of beef.
I need dinner after stream.
Yeah.
I need something for my brain to recover. Pete, by the way, how was your stream? I hope it was fun. Okay. Okay. I don't hate this position, actually. I still have a move later. And now, hopefully this makes it a little bit awkward for them. I do make a catch. And hopefully they thought I would catch on something that drill run coverage is sick for.
Catch.
No. Oh, wow, it's a licky.
I'm shocked. There's
What
a
a
licky.
shock!
Have we had one game without licky so far?
Nope.
I actually don't know.
This song is also going on my playlist.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spotify.
I live this.
My stream playlist, which is now up to 1,841. Oh, how long is that now? 114 hours and 36 minutes.
Oh boy.
I can almost listen to my playlist for an entire week straight.
I should have shielded a Shadow Ball.
I mean, I already can, Dune.
This is how you know I've not played
can't.
Corsola. This is how you know I've not played Corsola all season. I forgot about the farm down that would happen here. But we're going to go for it. This is going to be
Where am I at?
pleasant. They body slam. Why not?
I'm at 2,054 songs, totaling 127 hours and 14 minutes. I could listen to this whole playlist while my arm is trapped under a rock in a canyon and not repeat a song.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I am so
You just
brain
have to take a
dead.
quick trip to Arizona to achieve that.
I thought it was in Utah.
Well, Grand Canyon's in part of it's in Arizona.
I was referencing the movie 127 Hours.
Oh. Lol.
About that dude who's in a canyon and got his arm trapped under a rock.
My brain is too off for this game right now, but we're pushing through. Why am I only playing ABA normal, by the way? Oh, Quagsire. I lose this game.
Thank you.
You've lost the
Chasing.
video game.
Very much so, yeah. Wow. They're probably on Mud Bomb too, because they're a normal. And this probably just more than knocks out. Wait. Okay. If they shield here. Surely they shield here. Surely. Not that would help. Yeah, congrats, man. That was actually so winnable if I just, threw the rock move at the Firo. But my brain said they had to shield for no reason. By the way, there was no reason for them to
Your
shield.
brain said they're a Firo and they will shield.
Yes. It is how bad my brain is right now.
I mean, my brain does that even when I'm focused, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
It's definitely not helping, but, you know, the stream that we've had so far. Okay. I think I have 8 more of these, and I definitely don't have enough for 8 in here, but there's like at least a few more. So, skål.
Cheers.
Skål.
You gotta try to say it one time. I need to.
One day.
What?
Dunsparce.
Cheers.
Why is there a Dunsparce? Okay. 5. Hello, Dunsparce. That does not do half. Okay, I'm gonna go Energy Ball first. And they should be 1 away from a drill run here. Is that just 2-shot? Maybe I should have wild charged, but I'm not. Wow, they actually shield because they kind of have to. This might be so stupid. I'm gonna do this. What do we think about how stupid this might be?
Yes.
Oh, I draw this out. Yeah. 19. You ever swap a Corsola into a loaded Dunsparce because Dunsparce doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I live. And they have to throw right away. And they throw right away for some reason. Weird.
That's what Dunsparce players do.
Okay. I can probably just come in Mantine here and not peck down. Wing attack down.
Wing attack down. Yeah.
Wing attack down.
Alex can only think about pecks, that's all.
Okay, I can take a foul play here. I think I get the farm? I do! That's huge. Okay. I do the thing. They either have to go down shields here. I probably should have done two, just in case they did swap out right away. But they kind of have to shield here. And they do. Okay. I can't just let this go and put everything on Mantine. And then knock this out and just say my Mantine has 2 shields, yours does not. That's my goal. I have energy. I don't think I'm going to necessarily win CMP, but I guess it's not impossible. I have no idea how much energy they have because I brain dead. But my hope here is I win. I win cap! Well, that's good. I think they have 2 twisters right now. Something like that. I really should be counting because when you count, you can know how many more fast moves you can do before throwing the last twister.
Counting is typically a good idea.
Yes, I recommend. But what I can do is just shield this and then throw now. Because we saw I win cap, unless it's a coin flip. Okay. So that is when they have their second. If this knocks out, I win. If it doesn't knock out, they win. Bro! Or they just leave.
Goodbye.
Dunsparce player. Interesting.
Woo!
Woo. 6 more. Skål.
Yeah. Yeah, cheers.
5 more and I need water. We've already gone through it. Oh no. So, how'd both of you guys enjoy our discussion?
It was enjoyable.
Enjoyable?
It was incredible.
Thought it was fun.
No, it was fun. In all seriousness, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 10 out of 10 would do again.
Yeah, me too. I would too.
Awesome. Rep, are you getting out of here? I see a bye-bye, but no bye. Cramorant.
Woo, my boy. That I don't have yet.
This is kind of awkward, but what I think I do here is just bring in Corsola. Especially if they go shield down, or, you know, stupid mode. Because what I can do, I don't hate, is just 2 shielding through this, and seeing, like, do you want to bring in Cramorant to a loaded Corsola? I don't know. We'll see if they do.
They're allowed to.
They're allowed to. They pivot out and lock themselves in. All right. And they throw. Wait, this is sick. Because then, if they throw the little move, I can just go ahead and... Oh, they don't. Huh. Okay. So now I can do one. I can throw my move. Then make my own pivot. Yeah, what will suck here is I will die after I die them. Unless they fly, which they do. Dang. Smart. I should have just thrown right away. I actually should have just let this die too, because now I'm just giving farm. I guess I'm not, like, locking myself in after doing this, but I don't like what I just did. Okay, we'll go in Mantine. I should have made it so I waited my clock so I could catch, but I'm not thinking. We have established I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
When I should be. Ow. Okay, so they have their last Pokemon. It's a Stunfisk. Six? How much does Water Pulse do here? I need it to do everything.
And it's not going to do everything. Because that's Water Pulse. Yeah, that Water Pulse. It's game over for water.
Hello? Oh no, they get the perfect farm.
Yeah.
Damn, never mind. Never mind. To be fair, I did the pause and catch there.
To be fair.
Which was sick. I paused, I caught, it didn't matter. I almost won that. If my Corsola was worse, I win that. I just wish I had a worse Corsola. Darn. Alright, we'll do one more set tonight.
No one ever.
And just try to get my brain to focus on one more set so we can try to go positive on the night. But that's a 4-1, a 1-4. Exactly.
Decisive set number 3.
Yes. Let me fill my water.
What?
Working, thank you. Awesome.
Haha.
What? Dude! Hood Killer Pete, why? Why?
Because it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. It is there. Okay, so 8 now.
Haha.
Fun. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to lock in my brain for this set a little bit more. It's like I have glimpses of a brain. That catch was a glimpse. You know, in retrospect, I actually, like, somehow did, because they had Fisk, give myself a chance where, like, if I had played smarter, it might have just given Fisk too much energy to even have a chance. Oh, more Pekka. Well, I need to see this here, and they need to see me in... Oh, gosh. This is terrible. This is actually downright terrible.
I love when I hear that sound. I know it's a Mimikyu.
Yeah. The problem is they have a more Pekko, which is probably going to annihilate me later. I need them to
So probably
shield.
triple form change, if I had to guess.
Ah.
Or triple gimmicks.
I can take one, but I'm going to shield the first. Although, that's probably the wrong order. But here I am.
Yeah, we're here. Just here so we don't get fined.
They bring in more Pekko, though. I can still take a move here. They didn't do enough damage. Okay, I let one go. I do live this. And then they're going to have to throw another move if they don't want it dead. Yeah. I might even get this Thunder Shock down. I hope so. Pray? Oh. I just have to let this go, whatever it is. I think it's just a little move, but they could have built to the bigger move, but they don't. That's nice. Okay, we get the Thunder Shock down. Claude.
Oh. That's a weird looking gimmick mon.
Yeah. It is not quite the gimmick mon that we were hoping for.
They're also like, was it Mimikyu lead?
It was Pekko.
So they're ABA to ground, great.
Yeah, why not? It's not like people run
That makes
Marowak.
sense.
Wait. Okay. I can just go ahead and overfarm here a little bit. This might come down to a catch once it... Oh. They're on Thunder. So their entire strategy is I just win because I have weird things. That is literally their only strategy is I'm not going to get RPS'd and then I have Thunder. Woo. Good for them.
What even is the point of Thunder on Mimikyu?
It makes you lose more, but when you don't lose, it's fun to land it, I guess. There we go.
Yeah, you one-shot a Mantine. There you go.
You know, fun fact, which I'll mention in just a second, I have to do a fun thing, which is... Give me 1 second. I have to actually turn off hydration time, because my water tank is empty until I fill it up later, which means I have enough for now, but I won't have enough to do more. So we have 8 of these.
Congratulations, chat.
But-
Y'all killed hydration time.
You have a
Yep.
functioning sink? That helps
Yes.
fill it up.
Yeah, but that takes time.
Also, can't drink
Yeah, I
silly
know.
tap water.
I know it.
Ew.
Yes. You know,
I know it takes time.
that team really needed the coverage into Mantine, especially since they had more Pekko and Claude, right? You need the Mantine coverage. You're running so weak with more Pekko. Okay, I guess I just throw right away here. This is a bit of a core breaker. In a way. I guess this is kind of neutral, but Icy Wind does hurt. If they Icy Wind, they Icy Wind. I mean, brilliant, I know. Okay, I'm still going to throw the Wild Charge. Because why not? They shield. They double shield their Feeble. Okay, 2. So now they have 1,000,000 energy on a Feeble. That's scary. Very, very uncomfortable. To say the least. Because I have a Corsola in the back and they have 1,000,000 energy. Like, I live this, so I kind of have to let this go. Does this even knock out? Probably not. I'm a Mantine. They should be 1 away after this, though. It does knock out. Okay, sick. Although... They icy? I don't know the win con. I don't see the win con. I don't think there is a win con. There isn't, because I have to like take a move with my Corsola. Yikes. Yikes. I don't know why I'm still here. They throw after 6. Sure.
Good night, puppy.
Good night, Mud Puppy.
Hi, Mud Puppy.
They would have let me throw first. Not that it matters. They're also just going to Icy Wind here. Oh, they don't. Okay. 3 with Tink. As if any of this matters. Yeah. Like, my win con is I live a Bulldoze, I get this move off, and then get a Water Pulse. Which is never happening. They hammer. I don't know why I'm here. I've been RPS'd a lot in these last couple of sets, and I don't have the brain to get out of it right now. I feel like a lot of these games you can get... Honestly, here's my thing. I'm actually going to try not running Corsola, because Corsola right now has felt like it doesn't pair well with Electrode. I want to try Florges. And just see how that goes. Okay, 8 more schools. You almost BMGG'd someone in an Inadequest tournament, but thankfully got the shield KO. Oh. That's sick. So you almost said GG's like you're losing. Wait, that's sick. Good job, Robert. I see. School 6 more times. Pykel, where have you been? How's it going, Pykel? School 5 more times. Three more. 2 more. Last one, the night school. Holy shit. That was a lot. Stunfisk. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 for them. Ah. They always do this? Why do they always do this? Okay, well, I just force switch. I'm just gonna shield. Because my thing is, I get alignment. I think I'm in a good spot. Yeah, makes sense. And I think here, I throw right away. I probably should have CMP'd them. But, okay, I still knock out the Furo. I'm 4 away from a move. Their Stunfisk is literally at 99 energy, so if they come in, they kind of have to throw right away. And getting Fear out of here, getting alignment is nice. They do come in Stunfisk. They do throw right away. Because they kind of have to, and I kind of need to stay in. Okay. After this, they're going to be at 6. I should die here. Yep. I can come in Florges. I forgot I don't have a Corsola. And then I can actually go ahead and Chilly Willy this thing. And at this point, I don't see their win con. Because now I just overfarm like crazy with my Mantine. Why is there a Togekiss on my screen, by the way? I don't know. A Psyshock that does nothing. Quite literally nothing. And at this point, I just make their Stunfisk have to do way too much. I'm gonna throw before they have a chance for their clock to come up. I not necessarily add a move with Mantine. I don't really need to be. I just need to be close enough to force energy out of them quickly. They throw right away as if I had back-to-back, which they were wrong about. But that's fine with me. Because now Florges just goes ahead and finishes this off. Okay, I'm not completely incapable of playing. Yay. I think that's like my first well-played game. While also using my brain.
Congrats.
This team is
Thank you.
almost like the one I used, except it is
Whee!
Florges instead of Turtonator.
Whee! Instead of Turd.
One again.
Okay. Whee! Whee! Oh boy.
Whee!
Okay,
Whee!
okay, Jack!
Won a game.
Wait,
Whee!
what? Okay.
Whee! Won a game.
This is
Okay,
why
Jack.
you can't give chat
Whee!
anything nice. They will ruin it.
Why is it doubling?
Won a game. Won a game.
I'm hearing double. Why am I hearing
Chat
double?
breaks it.
Jack broke it.
I'm actually so confused on why I'm hearing two of them, though. Were you hearing two? Or just me?
I heard a second one, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Fantastic. Two more games, and then we are done. Okay.
I'll say that, like I said, yeah, this recommended playlist is kind of popping off.
It's been nice. Oh, this is bad.
Oh no.
Oh, what a fun team. I think I just lose this game. Wow. What a creative, intelligent team to come up with. Fortress Carbink. I wonder if this is the version that just completely disrespects Diggersby so hard that they have no play into it. It might be. Okay, I guess my play here is to just come Thundershock down. Here's my actual thought. I'm going to shield the Carbink. Because I might need health. Yeah. They come in Fortress. It is Bug Bite. Who would have thought? So we're going to Wild Charge. Probably get a shield back. And then dip. Sableye. Did they just bring a Sableye into a Florges? Yes, they
swap, I swap. You swap, I swap.
did. Okay. That's a
You
choice.
swap.
Bye.
I swap.
Okay, now I can chilling this thing to death. Hopefully.
That's what the tune was, right, Dune?
No, I don't think so.
No, wasn't SpongeBob.
Don't I just win?
I can make it, SpongeBob.
I don't know. I thought it
You
was.
swap, I swap. You
Yeah.
swap, I swap. You swap, I swap. You swap, I swap.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
I think I'm not in a bad spot. Because two
There's a clip
chillings...
now.
No, I am not clipping that. Yeah, because like I just store a chilling and then... Or throw it. I wonder if I live this. I need to live this. If I live this, I win. Automatically. Oh, I don't. Huh. Well, now I don't think I win this. Well... Oh, I win this. Incredible. They found a way to lose an impossible to lose game. Quite literally impossible. Wow. Wow. If you're in ads, you missed. Some trainer found a way to lose when they had Fortress on
I think if they were in
Electrode.
ads, they missed my tune.
That too.
Sad for them.
Hi, Katie. How's it going, Katie?
Katie!
Fortress?
Honestly, I think Electrode might
Electrode.
win Worlds.
Whoa.
I think it might.
That is bold.
That's so bold.
Where was that during the
Yeah,
recording?
where was that? Was that the performance you needed?
We only talked about picks that were underrated. Or like that could be spicy and do well. Didn't say win.
You could have said that.
Like I don't think Electrode's spicy.
I mean, that's fair.
It's off meta. It's not top 12 usage or
It's like
anything like
anti-meta.
that.
It's like anti-meta.
Well, this is bad.
Oh my god.
This is either the most base person ever or not a real team. I don't think this is real. This is not real. You're not running Colossal Carbink. Has anybody ever considered running Colossal Carbink on the same team? ABA?
Not even Henry, and Henry loves Colossal.
Mm-mm.
I'm just very interested in the rest of this team. That's what I'll say for now.
What steel type are you going to see in the back?
Uh-huh.
Or poison type?
It could be Empoleon, and, you know, you're just triple weak to one Pokemon. There's just no... I'll play this out just to see it.
Power Gem actually prevented you from getting your second Water Pulse. That's
True.
funny.
Oh, I could have done one more. I'm bad. But...
Yeah, this is 10.
Yeah, I honestly just brain off. I wasn't counting with certainty. Not that I don't know that counts. Okay, well, here we go. Guy? No, you're showing me this freaking team. Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The classic Colossal Carbink Go-Go team. The classic.
What's funny is you might still win this game. Never mind.
That was quick.
Oh. Oh, I should have done one and get out. If I'm going to shield here, I guess it's the first, but they do flame charge anyways. There's still a catch opportunity. And I think that's what I'm going to go for.
I'm going to say it now. Win!
What? Okay. I'm interested if this is a real person. I'm just interested. I'm just interested. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm not calling anyone anything. I'm just interested. This is you? Okay, Tom. I don't know their energy, but this is the only chance I have. Let's say they're on like a 5 cycle. Oh, well... Yeah, I don't win this.
You survived this.
Was this actually just like a friendly snipe? I will say, if that was a friendly snipe, I don't care for, like, free wins. But if that was just to be funny... I recognize the name. Is that actually you, Tom? If it is, it's not...
What is the name? I'm actually curious.
I don't know if
I know it's friendly. Because it's friendly.
Okay.
It's a friendly snipe.
Yeah. Okay, fair. It's usually not how I go about it, but
Blue Devils for life. So that has to be someone from North Carolina. A Duke fan.
I don't know.
I think that's Jack, but not Arturo. If you know what I'm saying.
No.
Small.
Oh, you're saying Ripper? Jack?
It
wait,
might be Jack Ripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack.
I didn't know that was your
Confirmed.
alt. I didn't know that
Oh
was
yeah,
your
no,
alt.
that is Jack's alt. He is. Yeah, he's got Duke.
So you're
Okay.
a Duke fan. You know.
Well, Jack, incredible no shield there, by the way. I never saw. You know,
Sorry, Jack. We're not
think-
friends. You're a Duke fan.
that might be the closest I've ever gone to just straight up saying that's a snipe without knowing for a fact. But I mean, that's not a real team. It's just not a real team. No one's Colossal Carbink. No one's Colossal Carbink. Anyways, well, my brain has gone through what it can go through. I'm going to claim this set. We somehow went positive on the day. That's actually the biggest mystery in the world, is how I managed to go positive after 2 hours of discussing. But we'll bank this set, get on out of here. And once again, AJ and Dune and Classy, I appreciate you all for hanging out for so long.
Yeah.
You're
And
welcome.
I think there is a Firestar live still. So
Fair. He probably has a lot of sets still to do. He's doing 10.
yeah, he doubles up. It's a Saturday night. He doubles up on Saturdays.
So everybody go show Firestar some love. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. If you were here for discussion time, awesome. If you weren't, you missed out. And who knows, there might be more discussion times in the future. There will be. Hopefully a lot of them. So thank you all, and I'll see y'all later. But yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, chat.
What's a discussion time? Sammy. Bye.